Okay, we are live now. Let me do my link stuff.
Whoa.
It's not missing. I know where it is.
Oh shoot, we're live?
Yes, sir.
We're live now.
Wait. It's not showing up.
I mean, I'm on it. It's just
Oh.
that it's only like the thumbnail that's showing.
Wait, what?
Like I'm on the actual
Sorry.
like live stream. It's just
Sorry about
it's
that.
only the season 3 thumbnail that's showing.
Well,
Oh, no, we're
looks,
good now. It's
Yeah,
working
it
now.
looks. Yeah, it
It's
looks
working.
not on my end. But for a second, it was not loaded. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Let me just check.
Oh, I like the background that you use. Oh, that's kind of nice.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna change the color soon. Still waiting. Like, it's supposed to be blue, and I'm a little colorblind. I thought it was blue at first. I think the purple might still look better, but I'm just
Colors
waiting for
kinda
the blue
match-
one.
Go well with your avatar.
Yeah, except my avatar's blue, but
Oh, right.
but
I'm colorblind.
no, I am a little colorblind too. I'm finding a lot of colorblind people now all of a sudden, and a lot of them are artists. I'm just like, how do you do what you do?
Dang.
It's like talent.
I feel
Down, I guess.
Oh yes.
I'm just built different.
Yeah, good.
We all
You're
are.
special.
I feel badly.
Oh
Like,
man.
I was built wrong.
No.
No, you're special.
We are
Okay.
back with
Hmm.
um okay.
It feels good to be back.
Indeed.
You,
I have tweeted and just post this in my announcement.
Announcement. Shattuck Storm, if you're listening to this, go away.
Yo!
Yeah, what did I just say?
what did? Hey.
What?
Yeah.
What are
What
we
have you
live?
done?
Okay.
Boss, you have a new name. It's good to see you. Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but we're back.
What happened there is that I wasn't listening.
Hold on.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What's up?
So I'm looking at the tier list, and obviously we've already.
Oh,
done,
yes.
Like, the first. Yeah. So
I got you,
where
don't
do
worry.
these
Oop.
go?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
you. I have the old one open right now.
When you have the
Put 'em
chance,
back.
Cam, check your DMs.
I forgot how
Yeah,
we
well.
ranked these. Honestly.
Yeah, I'll remind y'all on this here. Okay.
It's, someone said, "Oh, bruh, you're still doing these."
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
brother.
There we are.
Oh my god.
Oh, what's up, boss?
Unfortunately, we're back.
Used to be
What's up, Golden
named
Mine?
Vigor.
Oh, that was your old name.
Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, I do recognize the picture. That's why. The profile picture.
Unfortunately, I'm back to talk about Code Lyoko once again against my will. Cam has me at gunpoint. It's very sad.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Talk about the
you know
show,
what?
your ass
That
is
one
getting
clip I did
devirtualized.
where I said I'll put it in you. I wasn't lying.
But yeah, that's okay. You can keep it.
Oh no, it's going in.
Oh damn, bro.
The bullet, I mean.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
That's
I hope
hilarious.
so.
You just
Anyway.
wanted to be clipped, didn't you?
No, I was making a callback and then I accidentally clicked myself.
Yeah, you did.
I can't believe this.
I did what many refer to as a no
Wait.
clip in speedrunning.
Oh man.
Hi.
All right, so here's the this is where we rated the episodes from last stream. So we had 53 straight to heart at rated. It was rated B. 54. Which one was that one called? What was that one called?
Lyoko -1.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I like that one.
That was an A. 55 was S.
Mid.
Uh,
No, it was not.
Tyler Wave was S.
Buddy, you're mid. You're cringe. I don't want to
kidding.
hear it.
I don't even agree with S. I just had to hear it because of last stream. And False Lead was also an A. So there you go. That's what we have so
Should
far.
have been a.
Oh, thank
I
shit,
agree.
they fixed
I
that.
agree. It should have been S. I don't remember out the vote count, but oh well.
I don't remember that episode.
Yeah, it's. Wait, should False Lead be? We can put, if we want, we can put False Lead in front of Logo -1, unless we don't think that.
We all agreed that the lunchbox episode should be like F tier, from what I remember.
Yeah.
Wait, what's that one?
Tidal wave, I think.
Yeah, Xana was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Hey, let's possess a
There
bunch
was-
of food."
I think
Yeah,
it's. I
thought
think it
we
was.
said Lunchbox.
I think I forgot. I think I rated it. I think I gave it a C. I think I had a B at one point, B or C. But Dylan is what made it stay away from the D rank. So
It's
Yeah.
an okay episode,
Yeah.
but it's not.
it's just
great.
because the Earth scenes though. Like the Lyoko scenes should have been in a better
Yeah.
episode for it to be more memorable and. It would have
Okay,
been
but
better.
the flag walk though.
You can't. What the? I swear. The Lyoko Rising and having to go to Sector 5, then back to Lyoko, like, that was a lot of work. Like, I feel like that could have been used in a better episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
It just.
It's cool. I just don't think it salvages the episode at all. Like, yeah.
No. Well, now
Okay,
we are
so-
on Aelita, episode 57. We
Aelita.
are numbered today. It's the. Oh, wait. Oh, we're not. Okay, so the
Can
numbering
people
didn't.
see our
doesn't,
numbers?
No, on OBS, yes, for some reason, but on the stream.
I can see the numbers on the stream.
I
Really?
can see the numbers.
Oh, sorry. That's because I'm on the fucking old stream still, because I was getting the rankings from these episodes. Okay, there we
Pay
go.
attention.
Nice one, Cam.
Thanks, guys. All right, so yeah, we're numbered. That's the order we're going to be sharing for the first episode. So, Colton, you ready?
No, I'm not ready. I'm kidding. Okay, fine. I'm ready as I'll ever be.
All right, let's do it.
Okay, so this is episode 57, Iwea, season 3 of
This is
Koya.
insane.
I'm kidding. Yeah, I'm not gonna give out full introduction. I'm gonna
Yeah.
give my rating right now. A for Iwea.
Oh my
Because
god.
because this episode I think it's pretty darn important. I think we all agree on that.
Mhm.
So obviously we start out sorry, I'm trying not to summarize here, but so the episode starts. Yeah, trust me, I'm not really good at that kind of thing.
I believe in you, bro.
Okay, but we so the episode already kicks off pretty very important because we finally see what happened.
Did anyone else lose, Colton?
in Shui. Okay,
Oh,
what?
I just kind of lost you there.
Okay.
No, I can
I
hear
heard
him.
him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I heard him.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, I
continue.
heard
Sorry.
him.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. For fuck's sakes.
I'm joking. So we start out with the episode kicks off in high gear with we find out what happens with Iwea and Franz Hopper the day they go into the scanners when the Men in Black show up at the Hermitage, and then of course, they go to Ryoko. Franz Hopper apparently doesn't have a virtual body yet, so he's pretty much just a voice in the sky. I'm surprised. That's kind of funny, actually. Like, how does he not have a virtual body? Like, he spent all that time working on Ryoko, but didn't have the time, you know.
I mean, being an orb that can fly everywhere is pretty OP.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, isn't that like the Guardian form?
Lack of money.
Yeah. He's basically invincible.
Yeah,
the
it's
most
pretty
part.
much God.
until the end of the. Never mind. We're not there yet. So, was this a daydream, or was this? Oh yeah, it was a daydream. What?
She was
Great,
falling
now I'm
asleep.
confused.
She
Okay.
was kind of, I don't know, probably sleep deprived from all the Lyoko stuff they have going on, and she accidentally fell asleep while dreaming about this memory she has.
Lots of daydreams and nightmares that this girl has. I feel
Yeah.
bad for her.
She's fine.
me too.
Probably.
So no, that's not important. There's like, I don't know. There's like a side plot with Odd and Emily in this episode, but I don't know if it really matters. It doesn't really, so we'll just move on. I guess Ilea finally just has enough and just runs to the Hermitage in order for her to sort things out. And oddly enough, Odd shows up to console her. And both of them decide, like, okay, let's go to Ryoko, I guess, to solve a mystery or whatever. So there's a tower that gets activated. I have no idea what the attack he does. Again, I've not seen this episode. I've not seen. Yeah, I've not seen.
Is
this
there an
episode
Earth
in a
attack
while.
though?
No, so Xana activates a tower, but he doesn't actually do anything on Earth. His real attack is actually against the core of Lyoko, and he used the tower as a diversion.
Oh god, there's hornets in this one. Well,
So
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So he basically faked them out.
Well, the attack on the core of Lyoko was real,
Yes,
but the tower.
but the tower was
He
fake.
didn't really do anything with the tower this episode.
maybe he was trying to
Okay, so that-
one of those where he tries like to lure Aelita to him.
Maybe it's a little weird in this
Yeah.
particular episode. I have my own theory, but I'm waiting for my turn.
So apparently Germany sends Oric and Yumi to go to the tower. I don't know what they're gonna do because Iwea can't deactivate it anyways. But I guess we'll send you over there anyways to calm the situation. Meanwhile, Iwea and Odd are, of course, in Sector 5 trying to go to the core.
They're
stuff
actually going
happens.
to. They're not going to the core. They're trying to get data on
Mhm.
Franz Hopper.
Yeah,
They're
behind
going to the
Jeremy's
criminal.
back.
Yup.
Okay, thank you for letting me know that, because,
You're
again,
welcome.
I have not seen this episode in a while. Yeah, even if I wanted to summarize, I couldn't do it properly. Anyway, so... So eventually all of them make it to the core of Ryoko. And then, things happen, and that's it. So,
Well then,
yeah,
No, I just thought that was funny. Sorry.
um,
So your ranking's A, right?
yeah, A.
For Aelita.
Yeah, really, like the most important stuff, and probably the only important stuff about this episode, but it's still an A.
Mm-hmm.
But the most important stuff is like the backstory for Iwea, finally
Yeah.
getting to see what happened to her and Franz Hopper and whatnot. Finally, took forever, but
No, you
we're
did good.
halfway through the show's run, and we finally figure it out. So yeah, A. There you go.
Right. All right, J-Man, it's your turn.
Huh. With pleasure. Anyway, yeah, okay, so yeah, I got to do my best not to summarize this too. So this episode has a similar feeling to The Key, so where it's a very Aelita centric. Oh my God, I'm summarizing it.
No,
But
no,
anyway,
that's fine.
anyway,
It happens.
what I really like about this episode is that similar to it, Aelita is going through things that literally no one else can understand or even comprehend, especially Jeremy. And I love Aelita's, like, let's say, like, I love her need to want to find answers about her past and stuff like that. And also, before I even continue on to that, also, easily the most memorable part of this episode is the beginning. I love the beginning, everything about it. It's like, I really appreciate shows that just do an amazing job with still images and just like how they convey them, especially with the music and stuff. And that was just really, really like well done. I love the beginning of the episode. I love like how suspenseful the music was. Once Aelita was on first transported on Lyoko, and then she went to the tower. She didn't know where she was. France Hopper was like telling her like a million different things, and Aelita was just confused on what to do, why she's here, how long they're gonna be here. It was all like a really stressful thing to a girl like what is she like? Like she was really really young at the time, so yeah, I really did like the beginning.
She
of
was
it.
not that much younger than she is now.
Yeah, that's true.
Because supercomputer stasis
Yeah.
is weird on aging.
Mm-hmm.
True.
But yeah,
Yes.
I love every time they did like the still images in this episode. I loved it. It was really really well done. And as for the rest of this episode, I actually do like it a lot. It's actually really really fun, and I like the sort of like Aelita showed some sort of like a rebellious nature of pretty much going like let's say beyond what Jeremy like let's say agreed upon when it comes to letting everybody know when you want to go to Lyoko, and it's like all this kind of stuff, and she wanted to essentially like go find answers herself because Jeremy wasn't with it. She didn't like Jeremy wanted like Aelita to essentially like not worry so much about her past and focus on the future, and Aelita wasn't having any of that. So I did like the idea of her asking Odd to pretty much like go like let's say privately to Lyoko and stuff like that to seek those answers within Sector 5. It's like overall there was just a lot of good character moments in this episode, and I really appreciate it. So yeah, it's an A. It's an A for me. I like it.
All right.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, go ahead. Try to keep it short.
Okay. Yeah,
Brian
Aelita.
Cordes.
The in general, the really good points everyone brings up, everyone remembers, is the flashbacks, Aelita's connection to her past, how she's still processing all of that, how she hasn't really talked to anybody about it, not even Jeremy, it seems. And yeah, we have the fights with Jeremy and Aelita, which is not, I don't know, it's very quick, but like I can see Jeremy's point of view. It's not what he said is out of ignorance, not like, hey, you should really get over it already. It's more of he just doesn't understand what she's going through. And Aelita's upset that she doesn't understand it. It's understandable. But yeah. And Jeremy probably doesn't even fully understand how much she hurt Aelita by like being like, hey, let's push it into the past. And yeah, you get that scene where she runs off, you get the more flashbacks, and then she's crying in the Hermitage, and it's you feel things. And the scene I remember the most about this episode is Odd coming to Aelita to being like, hey, I know I'd find you here, and him trying to console her, and then Aelita turning that into, hey, let's, if Jeremy doesn't want to find Data, then we're just gonna do it, me and you, okay, Odd? And he agrees to do it too, even though he's unsure. It is kind of fun to see them go a little rogue sometimes, that they don't like, they're not always on the same page. Normally the show treats this behavior as they are 100% in the wrong, but this episode actually does have a little more nuance to it. Especially because, it winds up saving everyone's behinds when they find out Xana was trying to divert with the tower.
That's true.
Yeah, my best guess with what's going on here is Xana, my own headcanon is Xana can just spy on the warriors whenever through their phones and, like, security cameras. So he doesn't understand everything, but he saw Alita got really upset and ran off into the woods. And he's like, that's a great time to like do something crazy because they're gonna be struggling.
I mean, to be fair, he is literally in your walls. He's even in your lamps and your light bulbs.
Yup.
He's inside of like the goop, the science goop.
He did not expect Alita and Odd to just virtualize themselves into Sector 5, though, very clearly.
He was like, whoa, I didn't say I'd have guests over. No. Leave.
I truly believe that I absolutely believe that Xana is spying on them because like it kind of makes sense in certain situations in the show that he would be spying on them. So I absolutely believe it. Even if they don't flat out tell you, I absolutely believe it.
Yeah, and also before you continue, it's like one of the reasons why I love that Aelita got Auden herself to go on Lyoko is just that with the Ghost Channel, it was like obviously represented that hey, you can like let's say research all of these like characters. Xana can research or like say spy on them all they want, but at the same time, a computer machine like that AI, you're never gonna fully understand a human and stuff, and that's. I'm not saying that was linked back to that, but it's like I just love how it was showcased in this episode to where Xana had no idea that Aelita would go behind Jeremy's back to go on Lyoko, like in almost like a rebellious sort of way, because Aelita's never like exhibited that behavior before. So I like that little like progression there.
Here, sorry. Dylan joined the chat. I'm adding his rank to our little note keeping here.
Well, okay.
Okay, I still have more to say though. I'm not done.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, sorry about that. Go ahead.
It's okay. The what was I gonna say? Yeah, everyone remembers the Alita on stuff, and there is some fun Lyoko battles to be had. Like, I do like the bit where Alita's watching the creepers be confused, and she's like, "That's strange. It's almost like they didn't expect us to be here." And like, I kind of like the hint of like Alita's connection to Lyoko and her being able to read the monsters in a way no one else can. It's not something the show plays into very often, but it's nice to see when it does happen. But yeah, there is one thing I think holds this episode back from being an S rank, and I think it's now, I love the side plot of, Odd Stinky V, because it's been hinted at throughout the show, and it's been a running gag, and finally, for whatever reason, it's like, hey, this is the episode where we're finally gonna just outright confront Odd. Hey, your feet smell badly. And yes, it is very funny when he's like, what? But you don't even mean my feet smell bad. And Jeremy's like, I'm sure modern medicine has a cure, like amputation, which is very funny.
Wait, was this the episode?
Yeah, people, that's the thing. Yeah. People forget that this episode is the episode with the side plot about Odd Stinky Feet.
Like, I'm scrolling through the wiki page. I don't see anything about that.
They don't always get everything.
Listen, I'm sorry that I didn't summarize it all that well. Okay? I tried.
I do like this side plot in isolation, but I think it's just too goofy compared to like the tone of the main plot, and the show doesn't always blend the two tones together, where you have like the scene of Aelita being confronted with these memories, and then it cuts to, hey man, let's make fun of Odd Stinky Feet. And then
total whiplash.
Yeah, and then you even have there's even more jarring transition when they're in the lunchroom and Odd's back. He's like, no, you don't have to say goodbye to Stinky Feet Odd. I got it fixed, haha. And then Aelita, this music suddenly changes, and Aelita's like, do you think my father's still out there? And it's just like, that's a shift.
Sure. I don't know.
Sorry, I thought I saw a wasp.
A wasp?
Oh my god.
Miraculous?
Yeah, I know what you're referencing. That was funny.
Yeah, I'm recapping the episode while I'm waiting for my turn, and yeah, I forgot that plotline was in the episode.
Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people are so focused on the Alita stuff, they like totally forget the odd stinky feet. And there is references throughout it. Like you'll have the line in the factory where Jeremy and Oryx show up to do at the tower, and Jeremy's like, "It smells like Odd's been here."
Oh God.
Well, they are friends,
So
so they're
brutal.
probably at insult level.
Yeah, that is kind of how the Lyoko warriors are. It's just, I don't know. I think the fact that a lot of people forget this is the side plots in this episode is very telling with how clashing it is with like the main plot line. Like, I'm not saying it's like it's so bad it hurts the main plot line, but it feels there is some tone whiplash. So it's not. It does detract it. I think that's why I would rank this A, because the character writing is pretty good. We have you got the Geralita drama, you have Aelita dealing with issues in the flashbacks. That's all really cool. But I think the Odd subplot it's funny, but I think it just doesn't mesh well with this particular main plot. It probably would work better in a more goofier episode. But also by itself, no, I'm repeating myself. My rank is A, and I think unless I'll come up with more to say if I think of anything else. But I think I've said my piece, and that means it would go to Speedy Cat.
What was your rank? I forgot.
A.
Already.
Oh, okay.
I have an Aelita ranks.
Yeah, I have it pinned. I just forgot yours. Just wanted to get a.
Oh, didn't expect it to be this quick. Okay. Well, I recapped it, and yeah, it's really good. I like the relationship between Odd and Aelita. They're really good, as like good friends. Like, hey, let's be rebellious together, kind of thing. And I do like the character development as well. That's really good too. And yeah, I always like how like Aelita goes against Jeremy. Like I always like that, because like Jeremy sometimes like no, you do this and this and this, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. So and does her own thing, because you know she's not gonna get a lot of answers from like Jeremy all the time. So
Yeah.
she needs to figure out herself what's going on about her past. Only she knows, and Jeremy doesn't know a lot, but you know he tries to keep Aelita safe, but in trying to keep Aelita safe, he ends up like accidentally hurting her more than he realizes, and so Aelita has to like figure things out herself. Did I sum the episode up right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You have any more to say, or was that it?
I think that's probably it. I
Okay.
was about to write some notes, but then it came up to my turn. I was like, oh shoot, figure out what I remember.
Yeah.
You
that happens.
you can say more at the end if you remember more. Do you have a ranking for this episode? So we do S, A, B, C, D, and sometimes we'll add pluses and minuses if we're feeling like adding a flourish or being more nuanced.
I think
It's also a secret rank.
I think A would also fit this episode as well.
Okay.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, Frongo, you're up next.
Alright. So this episode is basically the combination PTSD and stinky feet episode.
Uh-huh.
Now that's one
I did-
summarization.
Yeah. I think that really speaks to the tonal whiplash we talked about earlier. Like,
Yeah.
I think that's my biggest problem with Code Lyoko itself. Like, we were talking earlier about how I'm not really that fond of the English dub, but, like, with the show itself, I think the tonal whiplash, like, it doesn't bring it down. Because I really, really like the darker stuff.
Oh
I mean, of course, you
God.
have to have like some. Of course, you have to have
Yeah.
like some comedy with the dark stuff, so that because if it's
Yeah,
like too
exactly.
dark, it's gonna It's gonna be like,
Yeah, not like that.
True.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like this episode already at kind of a. Never mind.
You done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Did you
What's
give
your
your
rating? Yeah, what's your
You-
rating?
Oh yeah, it's I'd say S. A
S?
tier,
A tier? S? A?
like in between, I guess.
A plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I really really like this one.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
It's my turn.
Boo.
I'm gonna disconnect you out of this call for that.
Rock us, Cam. Rock us.
Well, maybe Momo
No.
can come in.
I don't know if it's. She can still come in if she wants. I think she's waiting for a certain time.
Yeah.
But so yeah, mine's not gonna be too long or crazy. Yeah, it's a really good episode. More lore behind Aelita and France Hopper. You get some of those flashbacks. The rebellious with Aelita and Odd. Another. It's not the first time. I don't know if it's happened before already, but I know it happens a few times where Aelita's just like tells Jeremy, "No, I'm doing my own thing." And I love
Yeah.
it. I love it. And I don't remember exactly like what happens at the end, like what gets resolved, because I remember like Jeremy all of a sudden like, well, we still need to deactivate a tower. This is after they save the core. We still need to we still need to deactivate the tower.
Deactivate the tower.
And but if you still want, you can see if you can find anything, any files
It's-
with France Hopper. It's nice that he changed his heart a bit there, but I just kind of thought it was a little sudden. It was just like, oh,
Nah,
okay.
I think what
Nah.
happened is Aelita left very suddenly, and that kind of
Just
showed
kind
him like, oh, I might have messed up. And he
Okay.
also talked to Ulrich about it before. He's like, man, did I really mess up badly? Like, I
Yeah.
think he had that initial shock, and then he thought about it more, and he realized on retrospect he messed up. So
Yeah.
that's why. And I'm sure, like, Aelita being in Sector 5 probably really hammered home for him just how badly he messed up this episode. So I
Yeah.
think his change of heart here is warranted. especially
Okay, I
'cause
just
it
can
was-
remember.
It was mostly due to misunderstanding on his part. He
Mhm.
wasn't actually trying to hurt her feelings, or he didn't think
I
she
believe
was
that.
totally in the wrong.
Yeah.
I believe that too.
I feel like I probably would have agreed.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying I disagree. I just I think I would definitely agree more if I had watched the episode before. But
It happened.
yeah.
This one and The Pretender I actually watched, but then we're gonna get to like the other two, and I'm gonna be like, I'm going off memory.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay. So that's, and then I have one more thing to say. I'm trying to remember. I don't think so. It's just. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say. I think I think and I'll post this later, but like the very end of the episode is hilarious to me because it looks more goofy. I didn't think of this before, but it's like at 23:12 is the timestamp for the episode, but it's just all of a sudden it's like when you go to that timestamp, Alita's like, oh, we could probably find more about, or maybe my dad's still alive, and right after that is the and as that's playing, they just it's a close up on their faces, and they're both just looking at each other. It'll show Aelita's close up face, and then Jeremy with a close up face smiling as it's going do 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 do, and then it's a zoom out shot of them looking at each other, and it's
Oh
just
my God.
hilarious. I just love those moments. Hello, Momo.
Hey, Momo.
Hello.
Hello.
A wild Momo here.
Hi. I know. God.
Yeah, that's pretty much my short share. I will also rate it a A.
Hey.
A.
Hey.
Who's going next?
Jory.
I imagine Momo will go last.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, so the one thing is that I absolutely adored the fact that like Odd and Aelita came together. That whole moment where like he comes in and he's like, it's like he loves you, right? And then Aelita's like, oh, I love him too, basically. But like it's really frustrating. And it's like I can understand that. I get it. So it was really good to see them like kind of get together and then just be like, why don't we just both go to Sector 5? Like, fuck Jeremy, whatever.
That's a perfect way of saying it, bro. Perfect way
Exactly
of
what
saying
it
it.
He deserves.
Yeah, it's like he's not my. It's like he's not my mom. I don't give
He's
a
not my
fuck. It's just it's funny to me just thinking about that. In addition to that, like I loved the like it gave some hope that like Hopper was still out there, which we know is true, but it was still pretty awesome. Let me see. I'm just reading over the wiki here. I did like how I later get that thing of like it's like they weren't expecting us. That's so strange. I did like that. Just overall, I think like I mean everyone else kind of just said what I was gonna say to be honest.
Aw.
No problem with reiterating.
No, it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else that comes to mind?
I'm trying to think if there is.
Yeah, usually I have notes too. I'll like watch the episode, like like a day or the day of before the stream, and then when I watch, I always type down notes.
It was just nice to see them like getting along again and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I don't think I have anything else. That's really kind of it.
Well, what's your ranking?
That's right.
I can give it a solid A. It was
Okay.
really good.
If you ever, and again, if you have anything that comes up, just let us know. We'll come back to it when we go over the rankings one last time.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Wazy.
Okay.
Show us the way.
God damn it. We're not doing that. Listen, I had enough of that back during the Ugandan Knuckles phase. We're not doing that.
Oh, it has a way. That's what you said.
my
Oh
God.
my goodness. I thought you said he was away. Okay.
No. But anyway,
I'm
what's it? Everybody's pretty much said what I would say on this episode.
Mhm.
I guess my big thing is I love the characterization and the just dynamic between Odd and Aelita in this one. It's really we always see Odd and Aelita on kind of like Odd and Aelita are interesting in a way that Jeremy and Aelita aren't, in that they kind of move on a similar wavelength with one another. Like they kind of vibe with each other in a way that Jeremy and Aelita don't sometimes. Another example of this are episodes like Final Mix, episodes like Opening Act, things like that. And yeah, it's cool. It's really cool to see.
So, I'll admit, Jeremy's a
Here.
bit.
Hold on. Yeah.
Wazy, you there? I don't hear Wazy anymore. Is that? I don't think it's
hear him.
okay. It's not me this
Neither.
time.
Oh,
Hold on. Yeah.
No, is
Sorry.
Wazy all good?
Sorry. Hold on. Crap. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
I
I can hear you.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that.
Found a way.
Was it? No, I just really like. I just really like the dynamic and the relationship building here. It's cool. Do I have anything else to comment on? The flashbacks are cool, and the Feet subplot does have some funny lines, even if it does have a little bit of tonal
There is.
whiplash.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I thought you were gonna say it's cool.
Yeah. No.
I was like, because you're going like, this is cool, this is cool. I was like, uh-oh.
It's cool.
Yeah, no. It's all right. It's funny occasionally. Sometimes it is what it is. But yeah, I'd say this episode is a solid A. It's good.
All right.
So yeah,
I think
really like it.
I don't even need to. We don't even need to go back over the. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do that,
No,
sorry,
no,
Momo.
yeah.
Yeah.
I am late to this extremely but I think like my one little anecdote is just I adore season 3. Unpopular opinion, apparently. But I love
Yeah.
how like this episode in particular really kind of I just for me, I love this kind of started to ground Eileen as a person rather than just a computer program per se. It
Yes.
humanized her more. It brought her to the real world and reality. I really had this show took more of a darker turn because mental health is something that isn't truly divulged into in some sorts of media. So these like PTSD moments are really something that I really not enjoyed watching, but kind of was like I respect the like way that they went about it, and it did also kind of start this snowball effect into like, is she really human? Is this like what is her backstory? And I really enjoyed watching as it progressed through the rest of the season. But it really kind of took the show more of a darker turn almost. It's something that I really, really enjoyed seeing.
That was well
That's
said.
my little opinion. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you. It's my one little opinion on it. Because I know that probably a lot of things have been said in prior, and I hate rehashing stuff. So, just my little
Yeah.
anecdote.
What
Yeah.
was your
Thank
ranking
you.
again?
I would say A for sure. A plus or A. It's really high up there, but it still could have tweaks and things.
Wow. So yeah, I don't have to go over these because I'm sure every rank is an A for Aelita. So
A and
A
a
for
couple A
Aelita.
pluses.
Yes.
so now, where do we want to put Aelita in the A ranking? We have Frost lead, and then we have Lyoko -1. We put it in the very front.
Yeah, front.
Yeah. I think everyone can agree with that.
Yeah.
I would say behind false lead actually.
Okay.
Yo,
And
just gotta be that one.
and Lyoko -1.
No, just above Lyoko -1, behind false lead.
Okay. Because I don't know if everyone voted on Lyoko -1 being above false lead. I asked that earlier and I kind of forgot to get answers because I was like interested that false lead wasn't in front already. But
Hold on. Oh, false lead wasn't in front already. Never
I don't-
mind.
yeah,
Then behind false lead. Well,
yeah,
I don't know. False lead is a really strong episode, is the thing.
I
Stronger
know.
than Aelita.
I know.
But I think Aelita is a stronger episode than Lyoko -1.
Yeah, I know. I
So-
agree. I don't know. I have to go back in the old stream because
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that when putting these back in their place, I was like, wait, false lead is not the first episode. So I think I have notes somewhere unless I threw them away. Oh, here they are. Hold on a second.
I remember correctly. If
What
I
episode was
remember
that?
correctly, I think Dylan was the one arguing against false lead a lot, if I remember correctly.
I think and then I think he joked. I don't remember his actual. Oh, I don't have it. I have all the way up to episode 52. Damn. From
It's
my
been a
written
while,
down
so
rankings.
I
Yeah.
may be-
Yeah. I have to
Yeah.
go back in the stream, but oh well. I guess we'll keep it here for now.
Fair.
Or you know what? Well, you said Flower. You said there was a couple of A pluses.
Yeah, there's Frango and I think Momo both put it as A plus, but everyone else was A.
Okay. So I think that keeps it in
Oh,
front.
second again? Damn, I'm number 2 for life. Wait, that didn't come out right. Huh.
I'm also number 3.
We'll just edit this one out with him.
I did create a
Oh,
new list
interesting.
for
Yes.
when we're ready.
Yeah, if you want, you
Yeah,
can
that's fine.
make the new ranking list too. Copy and paste
Yes.
that if you want.
Yeah, that's
yep,
why I'm
yep.
number 9.
Yep.
And it would be the same. If you want, you could just copy and paste your exact order there and just repost it. And that will
Oh,
be
I
both.
mean-
That will be both the ranking and the order. If that
Oh,
makes sense.
you want it in like one post.
Yeah, I mean, it works since we're numbered. Oh yeah, we have to change our numbers. Ooh,
Yeah.
lightning. Okay,
What?
let me see if I can do that.
Oh, sorry.
Edit server profile,
Dormant
number
play.
5. spooky.
Cameron, is it storming at your place?
Yeah, did you hear it?
No.
No, but I
Oh,
can
okay.
tell.
Oh yeah.
Because I knew that you were supposed to get some. Because I know that around Texas was getting some rain today.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be storming all day since 7 a.m.
Wait, it's raining for you too?
Yeah, it's been storming though. Like, it's been good storms. I really like being home when it storms, but it's been all day though so far. I'm surprised. All right, I need to open up the next
probably
episode for
Xana.
myself.
Okay.
Actually, I don't know if I want to open up this episode. Yeah, it's probably Xana.
Fucking Xana.
He said that nonchalantly. Well, it's probably Xana.
F for foot. Oh my god.
Oh, and it's probably Xana. It's all right. It's whatever.
Whatever. True. So who's gonna deactivate the tower? I don't know. Maybe someone will.
I don't know. No, I don't really care right now.
Who gives a fuck? Who gives a
I might
fuck?
give me 30 minutes. Let me.
We'll
eat,
probably have
let me
to
take
wait.
a shower.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait for some French kids to deactivate the tower.
They've got this. I believe in them.
Governor, we have a solution to all the problems. I have our best people working on it. And then like the kids talk over the phone, and then someone's just like, the governor's like, who the hell is that? And I'm just like, those are the 12-year-old kids we hired to help us. And then the governor's like, you're fired, Jerry.
Who are you kids? And it would have been mine if it hadn't been for those meddling kids.
And their damn fucking peeing everywhere dog.
What?
All right, there we go. Let me also pin this. Oh wait, why is this? Oh, I see what you did.
You said to make it one message.
Oh yeah, sorry. I guess it's fine.
You told me.
I thought you. I thought you understood what I was saying. I was like saying like your so your ranks would be the same order. You know what I mean?
You wanted the order to be. Well, I guess that could work.
You know what I mean? Like yeah, it's like the art. Yeah.
I can hear. I
Just
already
one
have
small
the
message.
rank in order, so
Yeah, because it's all the same. Yeah, see.
that makes sense.
Yeah. And then
I thought you wanted them as one whole.
Sorry.
post.
Yeah, my bad. There we
It's
go.
okay. I fixed it.
Oh shit! You're scaring me. Hold on, I gotta pause.
Okay.
I have made a meme for the
Whoa,
next
sorry.
episode. Um,
Oh boy.
oh yeah. Spoilers for this next episode. But I think this is pretty fitting.
Oh my god.
Okay, now I need
Oh shoot, I forgot to change my name. My bad.
Are you serious?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't. I forgot. I'm still second. I'm still second.
I
Oh my
thought
God.
Wazy would like that one the most.
Oh my god.
I love this.
I knew that would get Wazy.
Ooh.
Okay, sorry, I'm back.
No worries.
All right. So Pretender.
Momochrome's up first.
Oh
Okay.
god.
All right. So, do you remember this episode? You do watch season 3 a lot, so.
I do watch season 3 a lot. I'm most knowledgeable about my favorite episodes.
Yeah.
So the rest of these are like,
This-
yes, I know these more than the rest of the seasons, but still not great. I think with this one, some of these Xana attacks are getting a bit weird. Like, I know this is talked about in season 1, but it's like attacks like these after having attacks like the power plant and things like that. It's like, is Xana running out of fucking ideas? Because a flock of crows is something
Yeah, I know,
that's really fucking funny.
I mean,
That's true.
it's also. Never mind.
We really Xana's gotta really like either go full force or needs to figure it out, because that's really embarrassing, my dude. But yeah,
He's doing
I
his
think
best.
He
He's
really
trying.
is. He's really doing his best.
In the background, he is.
Um, yeah, the Xana tech I think is pretty weak in this episode. I don't think is very creative. With that, I think like subplot wise, the whole little thing about Org and Johnny is kind of like, it's okay. I'm not a fan of it, mostly because Johnny is really, really annoying. Um,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't like this. Like Ulrich is very near and dear to my heart. Everybody in this group chat knows this, but even this episode is
Yeah.
kind of like, this is one of his weaker moments. This is not a good look for him to
No, he was being a total
Yeah.
William in
a
this one.
total asshole about this one.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
this is coming from
Yeah.
me, who like I will make like he if I'm his biggest fan, I'm like I'm alive. If he has no fans, I'm dead. Like I am his never ride or die. But I could admit that this is a little bit of a dick move.
Yeah.
What was
and,
the dick move
you know,
exactly again? I can't remember.
He kind of told Johnny to follow around Yumi
Oh,
to get
Oric.
her attention.
Wasn't that Oric
Yeah.
though?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I thought we were talking
Yeah.
about
Yeah,
William.
or told Johnny to
William's not in this app.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I got that confused. My
but
bad.
yeah, and then like major plot wise, I think it's very interesting about the whole Schipazoa Code Xana. Like we're really getting into that now, and we're losing sectors a lot, which I think is a really interesting plot point. I've always like
Oh,
really
yeah.
liked that plot point
Me
of
too.
like losing the sectors, and then you know it kind of it gives a lot more stake and
Yeah.
a lot more risk, I think,
I
and
agree.
it kind of amps up this kind of panic and tenseness in the episode. And that's kind of what I love about season 3 is that I feel like the season 3 had more to lose. There was more going on. There was more. The subplots weren't so like little bits. They were more like, hey, this is our main plot, but like in this background here, some stuff's going down. Like we've got some other stuff going around. There's like little things getting weaved in between here and there. So I really like this episode, but I do think it's a it's an A tier for me. I don't think it's great per se, but I do think it really drives the plot further with it being an episode taking down like the sectors and stuff. Only leaving 2 of those to be able to do any sort of battle on. But I think this is a solid A for me.
Oh, okay.
I'm preaching. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
season 4.
No,
I love season 3 and season 4. I am the biggest Williams spectator. I'm the biggest Williams supporter and Ulrich supporter.
Yeah, my
I will defend this
opinions
season till I
on
die.
season 3 has changed ever since my last rewatch, and you just said pretty much you were pretty much on point with me.
Mine.
Okay, J-Man.
You're up.
If
All
you-
right,
Okay.
here we go. So, I first of all, I really like this episode for a lot of the reasons why I liked Plagued from season 1, which I'll get into in a moment. But one thing I want to dive into first is the whole, like, let's say, plot with Johnny having a crush on Yumi and stuff. First of all, yeah, just similar to like Momo, like this wasn't really like the best Ulrich moment, and so it was like weak in that sense. But it also highlighted something I really love about the friend group. Whenever one of them does something stupid, they get called out for it. Because here's the thing, Johnny may be annoying to some of the people who watch this show, well, including myself admittedly, but the thing is though, he just had an innocent crush on Yumi. That's it. It's like he didn't go about it in the best ways because he didn't really have like the knowledge of like how to present himself to somebody that he really, really liked and stuff. So he just wanted to seek out answers from somebody on how to get a girl interested in him. And once he went to Ulrich did some dumb shit by saying, hey, go follow Yumi and annoy the living hell out of her and stuff. And I'm so glad as soon as the other characters found out about this, they immediately checked him. I love that about them. Like the whole Lyoko warriors, they're not those kinds of people. They're not bullies. They're not people who treat others like incredibly bad unless it's like sissy and stuff. But it's like, no, they're not those kinds of people who would really, really like destroy moments like that for little kids, especially when they have innocent crushes. So I'm really, really happy to see like all of them check Ulrich on that. Like that was a really, really strong moment for me. But to
Yeah, they actually hold themselves accountable.
Exactly. Yeah. So I really, really appreciated that moment. But getting into what I really loved about this episode, especially since in past streams I mentioned I really, really loved Plagued because of the rats. I love how horrifying it was. Like it was borderline horror movie. There's a they depict animals like this in like herds of animals like this so well, and that's what I really appreciate about this episode, is that the actual crows were scary, very very scary, and there is a scene in this episode to where it's like, how the hell did this make it on TV? To where it's like Yumi was locked inside of a shack, thinking that she got away from the birds, but the birds like crashed through the window, and it's like all the birds, like she was backed up against the wall, and all of the crows was pecking Yumi nearly to death. Like her hand, she was dropping her phone and stuff like that. Like I was literally like wincing at that, and I was like, oh my god, how did they let this on TV? But even then, I loved that moment, man, because it showed like how intense and how ruthless Xana could be when he's really trying to let's say destroy like all of these characters and stuff. So I really love the crows in this, and I also love the moment to where it's like all the crows were like, let's say, surrounding the bridge to the factory and stuff, and like they had to like, let's say, slowly walk. Like they had to like test like, let's say, the crow's senses to like make sure they can walk through that bridge without being noticed and stuff. Like that was really intense. So like it was really a fun episode. Again, it's like I guess this episode was to like serve as like development for Ulrich to realize, hey, like don't be a jerk, especially little kids like that who have crushes and stuff. It's like don't be jerk to innocent kids. But either way, it's like I really like this episode for number one, the crows, and number two, the strong character moments between the whole group. You know, checking him when it comes to that type of nonsense. But yeah, I would say this would be like in terms of rating. In terms of rating, I would say, would I say A?
Better not be high.
Yeah, I would say A. I would say A. I don't find it as good as Plagued, but I still enjoy it.
Oh hell no.
Oh, fair enough, I
Well,
suppose.
Wait your turn, Cam.
No, sorry. I was agreeing with him by saying that. No, sorry. I Plague is better besides the rest. Baby.
I guess
All
that's on to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The Pretender. This is an episode I used to rewatch a lot, mainly because I'd go through the episode list and I'm like, what's The Pretender? What's that again? And then I'd watch it and be like, oh yeah, it's the bird one. I don't get this title.
It's the bird.
I
one.
do not
The
get
bird
this
one.
title
It's the
at all.
yeah. I don't get it either. I would had to double
I
think
feel
about
like
it.
it's a reference to some horror thing
Yeah.
related to pretenders and birds, but I am not knowledgeable enough to know. But this episode, let's see. This is probably the strongest Johnny episode we get. Unfortunately, Johnny is he exists mainly to do two things.
All down.
He's Hiroki's best friend, and
Mhm.
he's got a crush on Yumi. Those are his two character traits. That's
Yeah.
That's all you need.
I
Really.
mean,
To mess
Long
with
as
freaking.
but like, and I guess it is a
Very
later
Theo.
season, so this isn't like season one where they're actually trying to flesh out side characters. But yeah, we've already talked about Orc being a jerk in this, and the Warriors calling him out on it. And yes, he learns his lesson, and that's cool. I will admit it is kind of sweet that like Johnny went back. He like called for help and is like, "Yeah, Yumi's hurt. You need to like help her." And him being like just earnestly and naively being like, "Orin told me to just follow you around all the time." No, wait. Orin told me to just follow you around all the time. He said it was the
Perfect.
best way to get your attention, so that's what I've been doing.
It's just like that fucking
That was
idiot.
great.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Great
I'm
Johnny
glad
voice.
they checked him. I'm glad they checked him.
It's been a hot minute since I've done Johnny.
Yeah, that was a yeah. I thought that Johnny voice was it's still good.
Woo!
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, in terms of the attack, I know people are like, yeah, the crows are uncreative, but just in a little bit of defense, Xana's goal isn't like in season 1 where he's just kind of throwing like horror tropes at the world to see what happens. He has a plan.
True.
He's trying to do an attack, chase the Aelita, mainly Aelita to Lyoko, so he can possess her and take out a sector. That's the whole plan.
And troll Yumi, of course.
Yeah, troll Yumi. Poor Yumi.
Womp womp.
He always goes after you.
You know, he could have killed Yumi this episode. He didn't. Strange. It's almost like Xana doesn't actually want to kill the children, or just doesn't care.
I'll
It's
spare
almost
you
as if
for
Xana
now.
doesn't care about Yumi.
He cares about Yumi,
I mean-
but like he knocked her out. Also, there's a scene in this where Odd's like, I'll divert the crows, and he gets them to go after him, and then he shakes them off, and I'm like, you should be like really hurt. That's like a mob of crows. No, a murder of crows. My God. I mean, I get it. It's a kid's show, limitation of budget. You know, they can't actually show him being all like packed up. But
It's a
my God.
budget.
You know, the
Close
fandom
to one.
talks about the pool scene, or not the pool scene, the part where he almost drowns in, is it the key? I think it is the key.
Yeah.
But like, maybe we should talk more
Yeah,
about
the
that
key.
time he got mobbed by
No.
a murder of crows and almost got packed to death. Like,
Yeah.
I love
he
that.
cut off like it's nothing, but that was terrifying.
Mhm.
Okay, side note aside, yeah, you have the scene where they're walking on the bridge and they're all just kind of glaring at the crows. A little dumb on the Lyoko Warriors' part to like have Orc and Odd not only like be in the back, because it's clear Xana's only letting them pass because he wants Aelita on Lyoko, but he doesn't really need the other two. But then they go, like Jeremy and Aelita go to the elevator and they're like, we'll divert the crows, and like, and I'm just like, but you don't, why would you do this? This is what Xana wants. Xana's deliberately not attacking because he wants Aelita and Jeremy on Lyoko. You all know that. I don't know. Orc and Odd aren't bright. It's just a minor nitpick.
What else is new? Really?
Yeah. It's just some fun, cool poses, and you get that chilling scene of all the beaks pressing against the elevator door. Yeah. Trying to think. And there is, of course, like Ulrich's face off against Xana Aelita. Because, like, yeah, like Xana timing it so like when Aelita comes out of the tower, she's like getting ready to go back to Earth, and Jeremy can't return to the past because he's out cold. And then, you know, Ulrich tries. You get the Hornets just blasting the saber up into oblivion, and then he's like, well, I guess I gotta fight. I gotta stop her. And Odd's doing his best on the computer. It's not great. I will remember the scene where he tries to virtualize the katana and it just collapses as soon as it's touched.
Yeah.
But then Orig, like, I know at one point Orig grabs like a chunk of rock and he just starts wielding it. Way to improv. And yeah, he puts up his own. It's probably good I rewatched this because I would not have remembered the Lyoko stuff in this episode, but like it is actually kind of a lot of like I know there's another detail where he like Xana Aelita's throwing orbs at him and he dodges it and he just says Olay. I thought that was funny.
Olé.
Obviously he doesn't succeed, the sector goes down, but because I know I'm trying to remember. The sector goes down, and I think it's the desert. Yeah, it is the desert sector this time. I'm trying to remember. I'm not bad at remembering. I'm bad at remembering sectors, but yeah, and those are really my main points. Are the attack, the Johnny situation, and Org versus Xana Aelita is actually more interesting than I remembered it. So with all that in mind, I'm going to put this episode at A-. I still think Aelita's better. Like, I think it's a pretty good episode. I think initially I was thinking it's probably like B, maybe B plus, but after everyone's talking, I'm like, no, I think it is like A minus. It's not. It's a good episode. I don't think it's a standout. It's one of those things that when I think about the show, this is one of those episodes I kind of have to struggle to remember. It's solid, but not like solid in a standout way. So yeah, A minus.
Fair enough.
All right.
Up to Ways now.
Yep.
All right.
When it comes to this episode, I think that I do to a degree like the Lyoko warriors being shown to be characters that are very flawed. They're still kids. They're still doing their things. So like Ulrich being like rather mean and nasty to Johnny in this regard is good, but like from a character perspective. But at the same time, I guess it's not really that interesting because we have a lot of love triangle stuff, and then throwing Johnny into the mix, even though it's funny, is like just really, and I do appreciate although Johnny, despite being thrown into this mess, it does come through for Yumi during the attack, and I really like that about him in this episode. Like, I'll give it that. Even though Flower makes a lot of good points, I do think that the crows are still kind of lame, even if they have their moments. I like the freaking "Here's Johnny" reference with one of them, where they like poke through that's fun, but. Aside from that, it's just kind of eh. And then obviously the big highlight of this episode is that we lose the desert sector, and I will agree that exchange is fun. Like, it's really, really fun. Just seeing Ulrich do his best, try and plead with Aelita through the possession, but of course it doesn't work. And we lose the desert sector, and that's cool. It's fun to see the Lyoko warriors lose a lot throughout this season.
Yeah.
And them deciding to do the return because it's like, okay, yeah, we lost this battle, but let's save Yumi. That's cool. That's really nice. It's pretty okay. It's not the greatest episode in the world. It's not the worst. It's just, it exists. So, with that said, I'd rank it a solid B.
It's Cam's turn,
Yeah.
I think.
I'm just thinking a little bit here.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Rock on, Cam.
I will. Man. If I'm gonna rewatch
It's okay, Cam. Just pretend that you watched this episode.
Oh God, get out of here! Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I
Are you
can't listen to me.
serious?
What? You just got it?
Yeah, I just got it.
Oh my God.
You're such an idiot.
That's getting clipped.
And
right.
guess what? You're an idiot for making me look like an idiot.
What is it? Well, let's get back to the episode.
That's so funny. I thought that was great. All right. So, I wouldn't even pretend to watch this. If I'm rewatching this show, I'm skipping this episode. I really don't care for this episode. I don't know. It's all the most. I think mainly it has to do with two things, and that's the attack, because we've seen this so many times already. I just really again, and then the second being the whole Johnny thing, as it is funny, like we've said. I just don't care for it. I'm never gonna really watch this episode again. There's nothing too important from what I can remember, except for the sector. I actually forget that they lose a sector in this episode. I'm like, really? Well, that's not changing my opinion still on this episode. But I do like to see them, as Wazy said, I do like to see them lose a lot in this season. It's one of the reasons why I do think season 3 is better than before, even though.
Yeah, sorry, not to interrupt. I'll be right back.
All right, no problem. Yeah, literally just because of those big two things and nothing else really exciting happens in this episode. The reason why I was hesitant to start because I was thinking of what I was gonna rate it because I already had an answer. Now I'm like double thinking. But honestly, I think I'm gonna keep it. I think I'm gonna keep it at C.
Wow, really?
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, I really this is just a boring episode and for me. Yeah, I know. Like the crows, like it's terrifying and it's just I was bored. I was bored throughout this whole episode and
Bored.
that's it. So I didn't enjoy it. I just don't think this is all that. I know we only have Tidal Wave and C. I probably I would put it behind Tidal Wave. Sorry, guys. Wow. Yeah.
Ooh.
Actually, no.
Wait, okay, not that bad.
Yeah, hold on. I changed my mind because I changed my mind. I'll put it in front of Tidal Wave. Yeah, it can't be worse than the cafeteria food.
I think the like Org versus Xanilita really pushes this beyond like the real bottom tiers.
Org versus what?
That's
Org
why I
versus
said
Xanilita.
B instead of C.
Wait, Orc versus Xanilita. Oh, because of the losing the sector.
Yeah.
Got you.
You
For fuck's sake.
You can see just how much he cared about this episode. They didn't remember that.
Yeah, I didn't know they lost a sector at all. Okay, so you get the first Oric versus Xanilita, which is the first of.
And he did it without a
another
saber too. He had to like use his speed and
How dare you
later
do this
on
to me?
like a hunk of rock.
My boy
I
was
don't
mad.
remember
What
this
can I say?
either, but I watched the episode and I actually appreciate it now.
Damn you. Yeah. That's interesting. Man. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it in front of Tidal Wave for now, but I am very tempted to put it a B minus. I might change my mind. We'll see. But Colton, you go ahead.
Okay. The Pretender, right.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we can all agree that this is one of the Foo Fighters' best songs in their sixth album. Definitely one of the most popular songs. I'm kidding. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think about when I see the title of this episode of the Foo Fighters.
I was thinking about that
Their
too.
Oh, real quick,
Yeah.
does someone want to get Frongo back in the VC?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I was confused by that. No, go.
Okay, so
I'm a mobile.
Why can't I?
what?
I'm
Sorry.
not an admin.
I don't know
can't
why
do
I
anything.
don't see
Sorry.
my option to. What the heck? Oh, there we go. Damn.
Yeah.
All right, we're good. All right, continue.
Yeah.
Okay, so the Pretender, right? Okay. Yeah. This episode I knew. This episode I kind of know about because Johnny sticks out like a sore thumb to me. I think he's more important than Theo, honestly. So in terms of like Koyoko NPCs, I think Johnny he's kind of at the bottom, but he's better than some people. But anyways, so I guess. So Johnny and Ulrich have their little discussion about so Johnny's like, yeah, I like Yumi, and Ulrich's like, why don't you go follow her around? And so Yumi finds out, and then everyone gets mad at him, and then I was reading through the synopsis on Koyoko FR, and where's it at? Where's that line at? Okay, so this is I quote. When Jeremy, Ilea, and Odd find out about it, they violently lecture Ulrich, who defends himself by saying he was just hazing. What? Hold on a second. Um, I don't think that's a wow. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he actually says that in the episode or not, but that's wild. But yeah, I think J Man brought it up where it would make sense that Ulrich of all people would probably understand how Johnny's feeling, but then he gives him some wrong advice. So I don't blame that on Ulrich. I blame that on the writers, and I fully agree that nobody should rewatch this series whatsoever. And yeah, it is bad.
It's a simple
Thank
character
you.
flaw, I guess.
It's,
Come on, guys. I just really want to be a troll.
just thinking about it for a second, I'm like, yeah, Ulrich should understand what Johnny's going through. But then he gives him some bad advice. I'm like, okay, clearly you don't understand what you're going through either. So,
I can actually
that's
buy that though. Auric does not seem like the kind of person with the best insight into either himself or others.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's stern like that. So,
Oh my god, to me, man. Just kidding.
I got it.
yeah, some of them hit, some of them don't. But anyways, so we get the attack with the crows, the birds reference. If honestly, anyone who watches, anyone who grew up with Koyoko probably doesn't even know the movie The Birds. They just see like a bunch of crows and think to themselves, "Oh yeah, this is an attack. Yeah, this makes total sense."
Wait, that was that was what this was in reference to?
It could have been, yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
I didn't even know.
Wasn't
that.
it a movie?
I mean, there was also
Yeah.
another reference. Oh, sorry. There was also another reference in earlier in the season with, not this season, but in season 1, reference to Alien.
Oh, yeah.
Predator, everything going on.
Sorry.
What were you gonna say, Flora?
I was gonna say Kolyoko references a bunch of
Yeah.
horror movies and all kinds of media throughout its run.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good
this
stuff.
Burns was Alfred Hitchcock.
I'm surprised. Well, never mind. I was gonna make. I was gonna say like, what other horror movie could they probably do? Friday the 13th. A Nightmare on Elm Street pretty much happens with Ilea, except there's no Freddy Krueger.
It's wolves.
I was thinking
There's definitely no
earlier.
Chucky, but anyways. Oh, and well, unless Mr. Puck turns alive and then goes ham on everything.
That's a good one right there. That's actually a great idea for an episode. I'm not gonna lie.
How about Planet of the Apes?
That'd be pretty wow, just thinking about it. But anyways,
Yeah.
so we have the crows. Yeah, it's stuff we've seen before. We've seen it with rats. We've seen it with bees. Now it's birds. I mean, what else could we possibly have next? Like sharks? Maybe like piranhas.
Maybe a hog.
You what? Not, that will come soon.
Sharknado as a Zeta.
Oh no.
I honestly think if the show was made today, you're probably be an attack referencing Sharknado.
Oh my god, that'd be
Yeah,
wild.
that'd be
That'd be
amazing.
wild.
Oh.
Sharknado,
I wouldn't be
but-
surprised if there was like a Planet of the Apes
This
themed
show,
Xana.
if they
Oh,
did,
God.
this show would no longer be allowed to be called bad ever again. I would not allow it.
In my
anyway,
fanfic,
so enough about.
I'll say, in my fanfic, I actually did one with cats, which is a reference to X-Files when they did that episode where the cats went all.
Never
I-
seen X Files, but cats.
I know
attacking. That
of
sounds
it, but-
interesting.
Yeah, I haven't watched it myself.
Okay.
But that's interesting. Attack of the Cats. Alright, Colton, continue.
Okay, sorry, I was lost in thought thinking about Odd and his being him a cat. But anyways, so they all go to Lyoko and Ilea gets possessed again. Yeah, there's not much to this episode, honestly.
Yeah, I also just thought, was
Uh,
thinking to myself, wait, why? Who's thinking so long?
I mean, this is not. This is an episode that I do remember, so I wouldn't say it.
Well, that's a
We
shame.
just blow it off because I think
Oh, I think so. I'm
because
kidding.
I think with obviously the food monster I think is totally forgettable
Mhm.
Yeah.
compared to this. The desert sector's gone, and then Auric. I think Johnny apologizes to Yumi, I do believe.
Johnny,
I know I'm not supposed
no,
to-
Johnny, wait. No, Oric. I can't remember actually. Flower, help me.
Of course you don't. Someone
Basically,
else.
what he does is he basically comes up with like Johnny's like, "Hey, how do I impress Yumi?" And he's like, "Here are the words you tell her to make you like him," and those words are his apology to her. And
Oh
then
yeah, okay.
Johnny
That's kind of
basically
fun.
delivers it. It's kind of clever.
Yeah, it's cute.
That was
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah.
And then I think I'm not 100% sure about this, but like the last line of the synopsis says, "Outside, Jeremy reveals the best Ryoko warrior of the month, Ilia." And in my opinion, not only is that rigged because he likes Ilia, but also the fact that we just had Ilia get possessed just recently, and the desert sector is gone, and the forest sector is gone too, and it's all her fault. So Jeremy Belpois, you
Okay, but he's a sim.
okay? Yeah, he is a sim, but you're still a liar too.
Okay, I forgot to bring up the. I read to talk about that fight because for some reason, even though I literally watched that episode like today, I forgot that it's the episode where they have the competition. But my own personal theory is that Auric and Odd, because it's very clear, Auric and Odd competing as hard as they were interfering with the mission. And I think what Jeremy decided to do, or maybe Aelita, it might have been Aelita's idea, was to have was to basically rig it so she won. That way they can both be mad at Aelita instead of competing with each other all the time.
That's a big brain play.
I'm not sure who came up with it. It could be Jeremy. I think it might have been Aelita because she's a lot better at peopling than he is, but
Peopling, that's a word.
it could be Jeremy. She's not totally incapable of coming up with something like that.
So that's what this is, a competition?
They,
have, like-
they were making it a competition.
Just for this one episode. Well, I'm glad I'm glad the fandom kept stats, so we can really find out who the best Ryoko warrior is.
Yeah, and I think overall it's actually Odd, surprisingly.
Yep.
Oric's a
Yep.
second.
It can make
but-
sense.
Yeah,
is that
Odd got a
surprising?
shit ton of kills.
Boss says Alita throws the mission and deletes
Yeah.
the sectors to own the competitive voice.
I agree.
God damn.
All right, Colton.
You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Is there? Well, I didn't mention this either, but I just realized that like Yumi got sent to the hospital, and like Johnny was
Yeah.
the one who went with her, and nobody else did. So that's interesting.
Yeah, 'cause no one else cares.
I mean, why you didn't have to say it like that? But all right.
I mean, she did mention in Xana text that she has no friends besides the Lyoko warriors.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as if anyone else did.
Yeah,
You know?
she's not very likable, so I believe she only has 4 friends.
She almost dies, right?
Yeah.
She
I think
was
she was
very close to
Yeah,
dying.
they had to do Return to the Past quick, I think, or something like that.
If only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We were so close, guys, in this one.
Okay, so overall, The Pretender, what would I give this episode?
That's a good question.
I don't think it's terrible. I don't even think it's bad either. I think it's just right in the middle. So I'm gonna give it a B for
Being in the middle.
yeah, being in the middle. Yeah. Can't come up with anything.
I got your back. Which also starts with a B. All right, Jory, you're up.
Okay, we're still on about. Sorry, because
Unfortunately, yes.
We're still the pretender.
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to double check. All right. So.
Oh, actually, there's one more thing I do want to say, and that's this episode does stick out to me quite a bit because I remember they aired a commercial for this on right back in the day, right? They used to air a commercial for Koyoko being on and whatnot. And this episode, where Jeremy says it's Dana, with all the birds flying. Yeah, it made it into the commercial, and that's why this episode sticks out to me quite a bit
Man,
more than
I want to see that commercial.
episode. Yeah, I don't remember where it is though, but that's why I remember as a kid. So
Fun fact.
there you go. See, yep, fun fact. Okay, go ahead, please, before I keep talking.
Okay. Are you good? You got everything out?
Yes,
I
I'm
hope
good.
so.
Okay.
Mhm.
So just to make sure we're still talking about
Pretender.
fucking
The birds.
yeah, Pretender. Okay. It's interesting. It's one of the things about going last that everyone else says everything that you were gonna say. Let me see. I think one of the big things that I remember most about this was just like, I get it. I understand fully that that Johnny's like a kid. He got manipulated by Ulrich. I totally understand that. Completely got it. The thing is that like I don't know, like him and Hiroki, I don't understand what the point of adding them in was. It just seemed really annoying. Like every time like they're in there,
Love
I just
triangle.
have to sigh. I'm just like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, I would argue against that because, like, what's it? Caddick is still a school, and it still has like other classes outside of the main gang. So having younger kids in the group, sorry, in the cast, along with the likes of Millie and Tamia as well. I don't know. It makes sense to me. I'm fine with them existing.
No, I'm fine. Like I like Millie, I like Tamia most of the time. Sometimes I'm really just like, just shut the fuck up. Just shut up. But here, like they literally just introduced Johnny, and it's like, okay, so it's Hiroki too, and it's like, oh great, because I love the first one so much. We gotta have a sequel. And I mean, he's not as annoying as Hiroki, but he's still just like, oh fucking shut up. I will say I did like the part in the episode where like Yumi's kind of like accepted that like he's gonna be stuck, following her around, or she's gonna be stuck having him follow her around all episodes. It's like, might as well make the most of this time. So she goes to the gymnasium and she starts doing like backflips and everything. And he's like, all right, you give it a try. And then Johnny's like, I don't know. And Yumi's like, no, do it. It'll be fun. And then he does it, and obviously he bracks his nuts. I think is what happened. But I actually, but like I did like that because I did like how Yumi was like, okay, I might as well spend some time with him. He's gonna be around here, and like I liked how friendly she was in that specific scenario, and like how she was like, okay, maybe I can like get the message across. I don't know, maybe what she was intending. She was just trying to be nice, but maybe I don't know if maybe she was trying to be like, okay, maybe I can get the message across that like I'm not into you, in the fucking slightest. But I don't know. I mean, I just liked the moment. I liked how he was, I'll give him one thing, even though I don't like him that much. He's very loyal. He stuck with Yumi the entire time, and and he did tell the truth. When he was asked about it, like, why you been following me? And it's like, oh, Ulrich told me to, and then fucking Yumi's like, piece of shit, that fucking piece of shit. I should have fucking known it was him. And like, yeah, like, listen, I understand that like everyone's like, oh, Crow's lame, whatever. I mean, let's be real. Nothing is gonna get lamer than the box. Like Xana being basically the equivalent to the box ghost is like, that's when you really hit a new low. That's when you're just like, Xana, you really just like really crapped out on ideas here, and it's really just concerned. Like, you okay?
What episode was that?
It was like a few episodes ago. And I don't know, like, I mean, like, for, like, because I just saw this in chat, I guess you could count him as a simp, I suppose, but, like, I feel like the word gets tossed around a lot, because, like, in some cases he definitely was, in other cases he was actually being, like, legitimately, like, loyal and helpful and wanting to make sure that Yumi was okay. And, like, he took risks, like, especially with the birds, to keep like to make sure that she didn't get like killed, even though she was probably going to die. Um, and
Mhm.
and like what was I saying? Oh yeah, the birds. I like the birds. I actually like, being a murder of crows and almost actually getting away with murder was, I mean, like shit. I mean, I'll give Xana one thing. Other than the food thing, even if it's something as tiny as a wasp, he makes it fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah.
Crows are no exception. I mean, if I were to give like top 10 worst attacks, I mean, this would be like, I don't know, number 7, I guess, maybe something like that. I don't know. Um, but it certainly wasn't bad. It definitely had like the threat impact that the food thing didn't.
True.
Just for the fact that Johnny is here, it gets bumped down to a C to a B minus. But everything else about this was pretty fun after that. And that's what
Is
I've
that
got. Yeah.
Alright.
If I give a ranking, that's it. That's the end of my thoughts, basically.
Who's 8?
Speedy Cat.
Oh, it's
Oh,
me.
okay.
Yeah. All right, this time I have notes. Because I was I was recapping, and all I have to say is that I'm not exactly the biggest fan of this episode either. I find like the subplot, like with like Ulrich trying to trying to get like Johnny to like be annoying be annoying to Yumi was like really terrible and frustrating. But at least like you said, he gets called out for it. And the only good thing about the episode I'd have to say would have to be like how like threatening the attack is with the crows. I mean like I could imagine that if Kolioko aired more in Australia and I saw this episode as a kid, it would freak me out. And and that and like yeah, like it also like really threatening because like Yumi almost dies in this episode too, and it's a big race to make sure she's all right. And yeah, I also like I had to like do this real quick, so I kind of forgot that the the desert region also got disappeared as well. Uh, yeah, that's. But yeah, like the only good thing about it was the crows, and that was it. I didn't like the subplot at all. So I would have to say like it'd be like under C tier for me. Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's all I have to say.
All right, then
Cool.
it's Frango.
Where'd Cam run off?
He went to eat. Yeah, get food. He'll be back.
Wow, okay, bye, thanks.
The internet was
It's your stream! You can't
crapping
just
out.
leave. That's not allowed.
So what's going on again?
We're talking about the Pretender, and it's your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't like Johnny's English dub voice.
You don't like my voice?
No. Dear little Johnny, there will soon be ghosts in your living room.
Ghosts? I don't have a living room. I live on campus.
Well, see, that's why it's called a living room, because there's not ghosts there.
God damn. I was wondering, who was talking, bro? Who was talking?
That was good. Come on.
Well, it's
Like,
certainly not called the dying room.
like that?
But anyway, this is the episode where Ulrich does a little bit of trolling.
That's one way to
Whoa,
put
man.
it.
Yeah, he basically trolls Yumi.
Trolling,
But then-
sexual harassment. It's really the same
No,
thing. when
I
you
feel
get
like
down to
everyone
it.
trolls everyone in this show.
But Johnny ends up saving Yumi, which is like, I don't know. Now I don't know how to feel.
You wish it was someone else? Maybe.
What?
I was gonna say, you wish it was someone else who saved Yumi instead of Johnny, perhaps.
I'm not sure.
Not sure.
I think the
But,
moral of the story is just don't be a Johnny.
Don't be. Okay.
Yeah. I had more I was gonna say, but I kind of forgot.
Yeah, don't be an Ulrich.
I was about to say, yeah,
Yeah,
it's more
don't be
so
an
don't be an Ulrich in this episode.
Yeah, don't be over.
Yeah.
Don't be stern.
Johnny was very sincere and earnest throughout this entire episode.
Yeah.
He even kind of picked up, like, I probably shouldn't be following Yumi. She's like, I'm annoying her, I think.
And then and then always like, oh yeah, no, bro, it's all right, bro. No, I gotta go follow him, bro. She's fine, she's fine.
No, for real. For real. If Johnny were what's it? Both of them.
Ways your internet skipped a little.
Sorry.
Your
If Johnny were of age, he'd probably be more of a problem for both Ulrich and William.
I'm gonna
Honestly.
No, I think he's too. Even at that age, he'd be way too clingy for Yumi.
We don't know
The
that.
only
I mean, he's at his
The
teenage
only
age. That's when your
reason-
personality starts to really come out. If he was their age at that point, like he definitely would still be clingy.
The only reason he is because Ulrich told him to, though. Like, that's the thing.
Honestly, yeah.
I guess that's true. I don't know.
Someone said Johnny was the best option.
That's
But
a
yeah,
hell of a
anyway,
take, boss.
All
Yeah.
those crows on the bridge frame, that was metal as fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I love that.
Murder
think
Crow
that's
should be the name of a. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were gonna talk.
I think the parts like that, like where the crows are just stalking them, basically. I think that like redeems the crows for me. Like,
Santa had them do that and said he was basically telling the Ryuga warriors, once you get across this bridge, I'm gonna fuck you all up.
Hey, just so you know, whatever happens to you guys, it's on you, not me.
yeah, like I think the crows are not boring for me because they're like actually really menacing.
Yeah.
So they're kind of like Xana William. Like if they did the premise of like having a mind enslaved side character, like if they handled it differently, I don't know. But Xana William is really scary.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I'm just imagining like Xana just like sitting at like the couch with his control bar or whatever, and he's like, and he's like waiting for them to cross the bridge, and it's like, don't do it, and then they do it. It's like, oh, you did it. Now I gotta, now I gotta press the button and then I gotta make the crows come out. Listen, it's not me, it's entirely you, and that's really the lesson here.
All right, Prongo, are you done with your share?
Yeah, I guess.
What is your
Did
ranking?
you do the right?
Oh, he will.
I'd say between an A and a B.
Which one?
A minus or B plus?
B plus.
Okay.
What?
Dylan put S for this,
Yeah.
but he's not here to say
No.
why.
What?
Yeah,
That's
I don't
gotta
know.
be a
take.
That's gotta be a troll. Gotta be.
I don't. I the only thing I could think of is his favorite. Here's Johnny thing, and that's the only reason to put it up there.
Oh god.
Yeah, we're not counting that one. Get that out of here.
Oh my god. We're not counting it.
Your opinion does not
Did we
matter.
count it last time?
I don't know.
I'm
I know
gonna
it's
list it
there,
just in
but
case, but
I know it's there. I guess it could be like to save or not save, but like all the other rankings seem correct except for that one. I just don't understand what I wish he was here to explain. So I'm just like, oh well.
we'll bug him next week.
All right, let me.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
That's
shown.
the first thing we asked him. Why did you rank this as? Are you crazy?
Yeah, yeah. Do it.
My rank has changed from A minus to B after. No, I kind of felt weird. It was like this episode's okay, it's not the worst ever, but it's not that great. I think B is better than A.
Yeah. Okay. What's mine at right? Mine is at C for Cam Rock on.
No.
That's for true.
Okay. Actually, I'm not a C though. Okay. Let's get that clear.
C for crows. Come on, Cam. Keep
C
up.
for crows. I think I would
B for
give
corny.
it. It's so hard. I've been throughout everyone else's shares. I've been literally back and forth on C and B minus.
B minus.
Are you gonna decide for him?
Yeah, it's so hard. It's just that Aelita and Oric fight at the end there that's just kind of like making me put up all
I
right.
need to watch
B
that
minus.
real quick.
B minus.
Based.
Okay, so let's see here. Oh man, this is gonna be a hard one to see where we're gonna put this. Or actually, no, it shouldn't because there's not that many episodes here. So, okay, 2 A's. We got a lot of B's. I know we have 2 B minuses and a B plus, and then a C. So, I feel like that's the highest it can go is a average B, right? If you look at the pinned, you can just go to pins to see everyone's rankings. By the way,
Who?
I'm not sure who
Okay.
left. Oh, Froggo.
Yeah.
Do we count Dylan's
I'm not.
S?
I don't think I can count this one. I don't think I can count it for this episode. I have to know why.
Because it's like, why?
Yeah, so I'm not gonna count it. We can count his other rankings from the next. Just
I'm
not this
genuinely
one.
convinced he did it just to throw off the fucking equation, just to throw off the median.
I feel like he could have
Honestly,
done it
he-
with the other ones too, but the other ones look more legit. But there's got to be a reason he
He has
has.
some takes.
Yeah.
The reason's because I like birds.
I was gonna say, I think
mean,
that
maybe.
I think
Maybe.
Dylan is probably a big fan of Johnny.
Why?
Maybe.
No.
I don't know
So,
why.
I don't know. I don't
Somebody
think
just
so.
said. Someone just telling me that he probably is.
I think he actually does. I know you joked about it, Joy, but I think it's probably the birds. I think he loves the birds.
Yeah, probably the birds.
And when he comes in here, I'm gonna give him the bird metaphor.
He probably also really, really likes Oric's standoff against Santa Aelita. There's probably that too.
Oh, I forgot. I know we talked about it, but it's literally been like I've been on and off
Yep.
doing this. I'm trying not to be. I'm trying to send as much as I can.
All right.
But like I forgot about that. That was a good fight too. I like it when they have like actual human beings fighting each other, even if it's like a possessed thing. Like a lot of the Xana and William fights against everyone were like pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That's later, but
Alright.
no, that's not enough to make me change my letter ranking.
That fight and losing a sector made me go from C to B minus. So I mean, it just depends if that feels right to you. But anyways, with I think so with the C, B minus, B plus, and 2 A's, 3 average B's actually. Sorry. I mean that's gotta be. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be B.
It's gotta be somewhere in B. we have a C, so is that it's either. I guess let's just decide if we should put Pretender behind or in front of Straight to Heart.
Behind.
Which
Yeah.
one was Straight to Heart again?
The opener, season 3 opener.
Which one was that again?
There's a lot that happens. It's the one where Odd tries to blackmail Jim, and they discover the supercomputer's core, and then is trying to destroy it. And
Gotcha.
also Oric breaks up with no, Yumi basically soft breaks friend zones Oric.
Right, that
I wanted to
one.
say breaks up, but that's not quite right.
They were never
They were never
up
together.
to begin with. There was no
No.
up to break.
They went on a break.
That's literally what happened. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's true. That didn't last
We were
long, did
on a break. You can't. Okay, so behind, straight to heart it is. For now.
Yeah.
All right. So
changing,
we took. Yes, we
Okay.
But the pretender took longer than Aelita. Surprisingly, I can't believe it.
Yeah.
I think it's because we were struggling to remember talk about stuff. There is a lot that
It's a
happened
reason.
this episode.
Yeah.
True.
There's a lot that
True.
happens in Koyoko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did create a new order for
Yes.
Perfect.
for the secret, so let me change my nickname.
Yeah. This might be the last one we have. No, wait. We have. No, we have. Okay, I'm surprised. We have a good amount of time actually to probably do 2 more.
Fuck, I'm last.
Sorry. Well,
It's not your
Oh, yeah.
fault. It's not your fault. I'm just like, oh shit.
Dude, I've been in the middle. I've been mid
It's more
this whole
time for people
time.
to steal all of my
I think
ideas.
she is first. So,
I mean, I'm in second, and I hardly remember this episode.
Yeah, go, read a
secret.
summary or skim through the episode as fast as you can.
Okay.
yeah, the secret.
Where's
Yeah,
my
I guess
name? Go ahead.
Here, I'll let everyone settle into their new numbers.
Yeah, let me.
Oh,
my hands
yeah.
are occupied for no suspicious purpose. My hands are on my phone, and I can't take them off right now.
Okay.
Are we on the
Okay.
secret yet?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are
We're
now.
about to start.
Yeah.
So yeah, you J-Man would be 5.
Oh man.
I know. I'm
Seven.
6, man. I gotta wait. This is an episode I want to talk about. Like one of the first people to talk about.
I'm just
think as
going
long
off
as
of what
possible.
randomizer gives
You
me.
bitch.
It's all right. It's all good.
God, cold. All right.
But yeah, I think J-Man's the only one that has to change back to 5.
Give me one sec.
I think for next time we can just click on pin messages. It should be the first. It should always be like the first thing pinned when you look at it, so you can just quickly look at your number there.
I know that. I still think this is just. I think it helps. So
For
we're not
the-
like who's next. Oh, we can just look at who's below the last person who is talking. I just
I get
think
that.
It's a strategy. It was used. We used it in like a D&D game for like turn counting when we have to do combat. And I think at a DM, we were doing it in VC calls. So he's like put numbers so we all know. So like yeah, it's written down somewhere, but it's just so much easier.
Yeah, I
on
know.
VC.
It's just one now that I'm pinning these, it still should be a lot easier than looking for it in the chat.
Yeah, pinning
What are we
pinning
going on
helps.
about?
You probably should unpin the other list.
Oh, I'm
just
going
'cause
to.
There is a pin limit.
Yeah, I was gonna do it after the stream, but I should do it right now.
You don't have to do it right now. I'm just
There's
so
a
you don't
pin
forget.
Too
limit?
late.
Yeah,
There
apparently
we go.
it's pretty high, so people rarely run into it. But there is a
Boom.
limit.
I didn't even know that. I've been on Discord for how many years, and I didn't even know this.
Ha!
It's 50 pins.
Is it 50?
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think you can go up more
Pretty
on
high.
Nitro if I'm mistaken.
Well, that would be
Yeah, if
that's the
people
server.
boost your server.
Yeah.
Yeah, if people boost the server, then yeah, it can go up more, but
Okay.
standard is 50.
Okay, so Flower,
They
you were
don't
gonna say
tell
something
you
before you
that.
start?
Yeah, the secret. Oh, did
Can
you
you
want
keep
to
a
say something
secret?
before I start?
No, I
Sorry.
thought you were gonna say something before you started, but
No, I was basically just making sure we all got our place, our nicks settled. But
okay.
yeah, The Secret. The Secret is this actually is a standout episode. It is a not the first time, like William helps out the Warriors, but this is the first time they seriously consider should he join our ranks. Not the only time, but this is the first time.
Who?
William.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
Sorry,
the ranks
yeah.
threw me off there too. But I was okay.
Good Sir William. Yes. Oh, man, I hate going first. I made the list. I did this to myself.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yes. No, The Secret. The Secret is just, I think it also doesn't help. I didn't get to The Secret in my actual watches, so I get to go pure off memory. But I do remember most of it because it is an episode I watched a lot. It is the one where William tries to hit on Yumi, and Yumi's finally like, I'm sick of we're done. It was cute at first, but it's gotten old. I'm done with it. And William's like, yeah, I don't take no for an answer. So this is how he stumbles into The Secret. I know it's the mid-2000s. I know the banter is just kind of part of how these kids work, but yeah, in modern day, this whole situation's a little icky.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I don't think that aged well, to be honest.
Nope.
No.
A lot of things in Code Lyoko haven't aged well besides the
Nope.
animation.
Yeah.
We're not even to the worst one that's on my mind.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
Now
hey,
I
not
understand
to-
where
not-
everyone's coming from.
Not to spoil anything, but which one's the one with the vines?
Sabotage. We're getting that's
Sabotage.
next week.
Oh,
That's
that
next
one.
week.
Yeah.
Or
What number
not
is
next week,
that?
but I don't know. 50. It's coming up.
It's right after Temporary Insanity, so I think if we get to Temporary Insanity today, then it'll be the first episode we talk about next week.
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
God.
No, this is not the time for the Vine scene.
Yeah.
No, the Vine scene was questionable even in the 2000s. Crazy they got away with it. That's a discussion for another time, though.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a joke in there.
Let's see. Yeah. So, they're dealing with a Xana attack, and again, I'm sorry, I am summarizing. I need to stop. Highlights. Highlights. I do despite the whole, how William kind of forces himself into the group, I do like how he handles it. It's a little goofy. I think I like it, but I think it's also a tad overrated sometimes because he does have his weaknesses. Actually, you know what? I just remembered. There is a part in this episode. One of the flaws I think part of why Yumi just says let's not put William in, because it's when they're on the bridge and they're dangling and William finally admits I can't swim. And I know what everyone thinks when they see that sign. It's but wait a minute, but what about Zeramuta, where he saved Ulrich after Ulrich belly flopped hard in front of his love interest. But I actually think if that scene didn't exist, this could be a sort of interesting character reveal, because we've seen William be in detention and skipping out on pool very often. Even in this very episode, he kind of snaps at Jim, and we realize this isn't just him being reckless. He's actually doing this to get out of swim class so he doesn't have to admit to anyone else that he can't swim.
That's
and
true.
I think that's
Think about
kind
that
of
before.
clever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Marabunta exists, so everyone's just but William can swim?
Wait a minute. He can't.
He's probably lying.
He didn't
But
have
it
to
might
swim.
Hey,
He didn't go that far, I don't
it's not
think.
that deep.
It could be impulse or something.
Yeah, when you have the adrenaline going through you, it lets you do things that are normally stuff that you wouldn't be able to do normally. I remember one
Yeah.
episode of I don't mean to interrupt. I just want to give this really quick example. This is episode of Rugrats where Stu is terrified of the diving board, but he sees Tommy about to jump off of it or something, and he's like, "Holy shit, I'm coming!" And then he like does like a perfect 10 out of 10 swan dive. So like you can't. Everyone has the ability to swim. It's whether you're able to consciously keep it up. That's the big thing.
Here's the
I
thing.
mean,
Sorry.
you also see in like the key as well where Yumi saves Odd from drowning, but the bars like bolted in and Yumi's like managed to rip the bars out just to save him.
These
Yeah,
are
yeah.
So it's all adrenaline.
These are all cool facts,
Okay.
but here's the thing. In Marabunta, Yumi invites William to go to the pool to hang out. Why would William agree to do something like that if he's been actively avoiding the pool because he can't swim?
Because he
Because
likes Yumi?
the power of
He likes
boners
Yumi?
compels him.
Oh my god.
Okay.
The power of teenage hormones.
Okay, I actually do
Wait.
appreciate you are trying to defend this viewpoint that he can't swim, but he went to the pool in Marabunta because he needed to impress Yumi, and adrenaline fueled him to save Ulrich.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to fight canon. I'm not trying to be inappropriate. I'm saying like that's literally how teenage boys work because I've been one.
You know what? That's fair. Okay, then yeah, this is a reveal. This is not.
That's cool.
He is revealing to the audience basically he can't swim and that gives context to all those times he's been in detention, and especially in this episode, and he's like deliberately snapping at Jim to be put in detention so he doesn't go to pool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's dumb. Yes, he's gonna hurt his gym grade, absolutely, but this is William Dunbar.
You know, if he does it enough times, then maybe the teachers will catch on, just like the teachers catch on to the Lyoko Warriors asking to go to the infirmary every episode.
Oh no, Jim caught on to Jeremy outright skipping, so...
Yeah.
If Jim ever caught that, like he's afraid of swimming, it'd be over for him. It's done. Like he's screwed 8 ways to Sunday.
Yeah. Not a smart move. I'm sure the clone can swim though, so that's how he gets around it.
That's true.
Oh.
That's true.
That helps.
Oh, also Xana teaches him how to swim. He swims the digital sea, just fly.
Well,
Yeah.
he
I'm
doesn't
sorry.
Swim.
I know.
He just plummets into
I-
it.
I know.
I think that's funny though. Is like when the William clone's gone and then William comes back and can't swim again. There's like, yeah, whatever, William. You were just swimming the other day.
Whatever, William. I don't subscribe to bullshit.
All right, continue.
Yeah, alright, that elevated that one moment. Yeah. And then you have William's bit where they're like, he's surprisingly knowledgeable about how bombs work. And I mean, hey, you know what? Him being like, yeah, my uncle's a demolitionist, and I learned a thing or two from him. It even comes up again in Evolution, surprisingly. We'll talk about that when we do the Evolution tier stream, but
Oh god, that means I have to watch it.
Hey, yep. We're gonna do that together.
And then you have Ulrich and he tells Ulrich and Odd, okay, like, get out of here, because if I mess this up, it doesn't make sense for us both to blow up. And they're like, yeah, no. We're in this together, dude. I mean, it's dumb, but also kind of sweet.
He's got some cojones, like, you know, to be like, you guys gotta go. Like, it doesn't make sense for all of us to die here. I mean, that's, you know, I got respect for him for that.
I think Aelita does get possessed by the Schizozoa this episode, because I do remember...
To the surprise of fucking nobody.
I do remember they deactivate the tower, but they're like, okay, we need to return to the past to get rid of the bombs, and then like, but Aelita's possessed by Xana, we can't. And
Yeah.
well, is this the episode where Yumi manages to take out Aelita, or is that a different episode?
That is this
Yes,
episode.
I believe it was
this
this
episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes,
that was
it is.
so sick.
Yeah.
This
So
is a
there's
great
that.
episode.
There's that highlight.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the twist reveal at the end. I do kind of like that the Warriors do come up with a system of like, let's put this to a vote. It's probably Jeremy's idea. Like, if it's unanimous, we'll let him in, but only if it's unanimous. And there's
I'm gonna
one no.
save my thoughts on that.
Yeah. I mean, it's
I
not a
have
perfect system,
too.
but you know, I like that it's not just chaos.
Boo. It's booey.
But and I like the reveal at the end when they're all chilling in the bedroom, and I was like, "That's not
Yeah.
cool of you, Ulrich. He saved us." And Ulrich's like, "No, I'm not the one that voted him out. He saved us all. I
He
think
was
he'd
like-
make a great Lyoko warrior."
He even
And-
said he'd be a great leader, which is like, that's a lot of pride to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, William managed to impress Ulrich, who is clouded by his own issues and his jealousy.
Yeah.
Seriously. I mean, hey, when you risk your life, you get some brownie points.
And then you reveal at the end, like, wait, if none of us in this room voted him out, then, and he just cuts to Yumi looking out at the end of William skateboarding away. And she's like, "I'm sorry, William." I kind of like that. I think that's interesting. That Yumi's the one that says no.
Yeah.
And we do get more of it later in, I think it's coming up later in season 3, where it's like, it's implied they talked about it, and she's like, "No, he's too much of a hothead." So,
Yeah.
I know there's some people who say, I kind of have the stance, if they did invite him this episode, Xana William would not have happened, and I kind of agree with that, but I also think it makes sense for them not to invite him yet. I do. Like, yes, he proved his worth, and there's the other episodes, like, what's it called? Bad Turn. Yeah, Bad Turn's a pretty strong one. I think there's some season 3 moments as well. Straight to Heart? No. The one
Yeah.
You had the yes, I was just about to say that. That's the one.
The one I was thinking.
The one in the woods. Yep.
Yep, there's that too.
Yeah.
I mean, in season 3, it sounded like they were really trying to prep William up to, like, he's going to become a Lyoko warrior, sort of. But yeah, that's my general thoughts. This episode is pretty good. Would I make this S? I think it is mostly solid. There's a couple things that hold it back, but it's not anything bad.
Amen.
Oh yeah, we had the Mario meme too. I'm sure someone's gonna.
Oh yeah.
Oh right. The demolition worker looks like Mario.
Yeah, another reference. Except he's not a plumber.
Playing Bob on Battlefield.
I'm gonna put it as A+ for now. I might change my mind later.
Oh, what made you change it from S there?
S?
Just curious.
I'm thinking, because it's just... I think it's just my own personal opinion of, like, okay, what if I want to watch Code Lyoko for the lulz, what is a top tier episode? And I'm just like, I like The Secret, but it's not one of my personal go-tos. But I don't know if that's why it's tentative. I might change it to S, when we get all the way down to Jory and back, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna change it to S. No, this episode's perfect. No, you know what? Screw it. It's S. I'm gonna make it S. I'm talking about it more. It is a pretty solid episode all around. I'm just thinking the episodes that I really, really like, I'm gonna put it as S- because it's not. It doesn't have the cool. Well, it might. It might.
Yeah.
This
is why. Yeah, it sucks to not watch it before, just get the whole feeling, but you can come back.
Yeah, do it, La.
Because the episodes I really like are the ones that do heavy character exploration, and this does do some character exploration with William, but it's not. It's not like the prime example of it.
I think
so
this one.
I think S-.
I think this one for me is all about the action more than character development, even though it's there. I think this one is more the action side,
The show doesn't generally do character development.
But you can always change it throughout everyone else's opinions. So
no, the show does. The show has some character development, but it's not really the focus. It's more about the moment to moment stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, who's number 2? Speedy.
Speedy Cat.
yeah, I don't have a lot of opinions of this episode. I've completely forgotten about it. But I guess I'd have to put it like in B tier or something because like despite the continuity errors, it does have a lot of good character development, and it is like interesting at the end where like Yumi's the one that voted out William instead of Ulrich. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's all I've written for my notes.
Okay. Well,
Perfect.
what's your
Hey,
verdict?
I said like
Oh, you-
B. It's in a
Oh, you did.
in B.
Okay, didn't hear that
Yeah.
part. Sorry.
Ah,
Is that because of the voting thing?
I think are we doing like
No, I
yeah.
just curious. You didn't say too much, and I was just curious on what made you put B specifically. But okay. Colton, you can share real quick before you have to go eat.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
good thing I'm Ferb, right? That helps.
Yep.
Okay, the secret. Last episode was called The Pretender. Now this one's The Secret. So obviously, the next episode would.
Start with the
Nope,
B.
it doesn't. It would have to be called The Temporary Insanity. Like,
Yeah.
that's the-
The sanity, the insanity.
I think
Yeah.
there
It
was
could've worked.
there's like a. Gee, I don't know. Oh yeah, it's Gumball, right? Where all the episodes start with "duh," right?
I don't know.
I think so.
yes.
Okay, yeah,
Yes, it's
it's kind of
Gumball.
like yeah, they don't have that gimmick here, but eventually
Nope.
someone would do it. So this is also an important episode, but I'm gonna say right off the bat, and I will. This is the one big thing I would change about Kolyoko, is that I think it would have made. I think it would have been better had William joined the group at the start of the season and then got possessed at the end of the season, rather than him just showing up around the end of the season and getting possessed just as quickly as it happened. I think it would have
Yeah.
been more of an impact. It probably would have been better for the pacing of the show, honestly, but we don't have that, unfortunately. We're stuck in this shitty timeline, so here we are.
Yeah.
So William shows up at Yumi's house, and both of them are just having awkward talk, and then eventually it goes into the. I don't even know what I'm talking about now. I've lost
Take your
my
time.
place. I lost my train of thought. So,
No, take your time.
okay, so William and Yumi have it out with each other last night at Yumi's house. Then the next morning, William goes to confront Yumi about it, and of course, Flower brought up a really good point that he was also trying to get out of going to the pool, which is a whole another can of worms. Aliyah and Jeremy have like a side plot with a speech, which is interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like no
Forgot
one's
about
brought that
that.
up yet.
What?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Jeremy and Aliyah are
they're-
supposed to be doing a speech,
On,
Wait,
I
what?
believe.
like World War One, I do believe.
Oh, it's a project. That's
Oh,
right.
so yeah, it's a
Oh,
project. yeah,
I heard Yumi and Aelita for some reason.
It's just
yeah,
a
yeah.
solo.
I
I
remember
probably
the
said
presentation
Yumi
in
or
that
I-
episode.
I-
It was a
Jeremy and
presentation.
Aelita. Okay, I remember that now. Yeah, because they were
Yeah.
going like super fast.
Yeah,
Right.
that's very funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, so Xana decides for this episode, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blow up the factory. Like that's I've had enough of this. He finally says, "I've had enough. Fuck these kids. I'm just going to just get rid of all of it. Just end it right here now." So obviously you have the detonation expert Mario over here.
Part of the
For-
wrecking
for-
crew, as it were.
Yeah, like yeah, just
That's clever.
the amount of plot curtaining that you got going on here. You also have the mustache, red cap. So like, I can obviously see where people say he looks like Mario, but like, does every person with a mustache who looks like that supposed to be Mario?
It's not just a mustache; it's a red hat.
Yeah, and the overalls.
Yeah,
Well, it should have had
literally.
M on it just to really hammer it home.
Okay.
It's Mario. He even like he doesn't have an Italian accent, but he does have a bit of a dialect that sounds Italianish.
It's definitely a Mario reference.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my head, what the happened? Where are my tools?
That would be amazing.
Oh shit!
He didn't say that.
Oh, that said that.
Shit. Oh shit. The fuck is all my stuff? Alright, Kofi, continue,
gosh.
please.
Okay, so they got 10 minutes. It's like how many disarming bomb movies do we got going on here? Mission
There was like
Impossible.
10, I think.
A lot.
Yeah, so amazingly, William goes, yeah, you know, my uncle is a demolitions expert or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's bullshit. These writers really were just like, yeah, well, he actually worked on stuff like this. I'm like, well, thank God you're here, right? Because if you weren't, then everything would be out of whack.
Like
It'd be totally
they'd have to
screwed.
do the Return to the Past and be like, whatever happens to Aelita happens. Like we gotta go back. We can't die here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mario's here. It's the uncle that works at Nintendo.
God, is that you?
That's...
Why
who cares what's going on, Lyoko?
Okay.
You finally found the detonator, and then they saved the day like 1 second before the bomb explodes, like cliche. And then Iwea manages to deactivate the tower. And so everyone's impressed with William and his uncle. Probably more with his uncle than William. That's probably why they didn't vote him in. That's probably why Yumi was like, "Oh well, William
Who's
has."
they?
Yeah, hang on a second. Okay. So they all have a vote, and Yumi votes no. Oric
Boo.
votes no.
No, Orc didn't vote no.
Oh no, yeah, he didn't vote. Yeah,
It's just
Yumi.
Yumi.
He voted no.
She's
Wait,
a bitch.
so hold on a minute now. So, well, damn. That's not surprising coming from you, but anyway. That's really weird, honestly. It's like they have a vote, and like it's not even majority rules. It's like, oh yeah, one vote no. All right, see ya. We're returning to the past, anyways.
Oh, I've got so much to say. Please continue.
Okay, all right, I'm almost done. Yumi casts a negative.
I'm not
vote.
rushing you. I'm just like, oh, like this is what I'm talking about. But like, please go on. I don't want to interrupt.
No, I feel bad. Never mind.
No. Go ahead. Say whatever you want to say.
Okay, so
So she won.
okay, so Yumi got a negative vote, which does make sense, and it's kind of a shocker value. Like, oh, Ulrich didn't vote no. Surprise. But yeah, this episode is pretty important, but obviously, you know, I would have done it differently had I been running for Lyoko, and then the stuff would have been a bad idea. I wouldn't have been able to do it better, but
I think we'd all do a lot of things differently if we wrote this shit.
yeah. I think I would have I think that not only would I have Mario there, but I would have another detonation expert, and he would be named Luigi. He would have a green cap on. Just to really hammer home.
And he wouldn't have dynamite. He'd have like actual like cartoon black bombs with a string.
Yeah, and there'd be a big guy. You know, for some reason his name is Bowser as well. You know, he'd be there too. Wait. Some other dude named Toad somewhere. This real Super Mario movie
Maybe
that should
taking the
happen.
references a little too far.
It's a kid show. Who cares?
Yep.
I do.
Yeah, of course you do. Wait, why do you care? You think Koyako's trash anyways?
Yeah, but
So,
my
yeah,
writing's not. Yeah, but my writing's not trash. Says him in his mind.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So overall, this was a pretty decent episode. Kind of important too. I don't think as important as Iwea. Well, then again,
That's interesting. You say that, and actually, now thinking about it.
Well, and now, do I agree with it, though?
No, it's more important, but I mean, this is just my opinion. It's better. Aileda's a more important episode, but The Secret is a better episode. Not yet, Flower. Colton's about to give his rank.
Cool.
Oh yeah, okay. So I went back into like the very beginning of the episode, and like someone calls Yumi, and that's why she goes outside of her house, and then William skateboards right into her, and that's how they end up meeting.
Yeah.
So why did she get the call?
Because
Xander's
Xander-
last attack.
There was an attack.
Yeah, she
Okay,
knew
so
to
what
stay
attack
inside
was that?
because
We don't know.
it was just a random one.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, she was late because then she blames it on William for being late.
I guess I'll just make up an attack. Like maybe I don't know. Like there's a volcano that it goes off
Okay.
somewhere in France.
No.
But yeah, overall, okay. Overall, pretty decent episode. I'm torn between.
Xana turned all the traffic lights in the cities red.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, you're not getting Lyoko, Yumi.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of funny though. It's
Yeah.
dangerous but funny. But
Alright.
Yeah.
gee. I'm torn between A and S here. I think A. I think that as an episode, I would probably say it's better than Ilia, but I wouldn't get as S. Because William should not have, you know. So A for.
Alright, so A.
Yeah, there's no Mario characters named A, so
No.
unfortunately, that's just how it is.
Okay.
Alright, so Frongo is done for the day, so it'll be J-Man's turn.
Here we go.
Oh, this ought to be good.
Better be.
No, when it comes to this episode is actually kind of dope. Like, I really do like in this. Like, I liked William's like behavior in this. I loved how like he was sort of like clinging in a way to where it's like his curiosity got the best of him. Like, not just when it comes to Yumi, but just like, yo, why is Yumi running off? Why is Ulrich, Odd, Aelita, Jeremy always running off to the same places? It's like I just really liked his whole like attitude in this episode. But before I get into that, there's one thing I actually want to jump into the very last part of the episode where they were doing like the vote outs and stuff. Hold on, I gotta lower my volume. Alright. So the vote out, when a lot of people give Yumi in this episode flack because she's the one who voted William out. And I can understand that to a certain extent, but the reason why I'm not completely against it is because, yes, William is useful. Him being able to defuse a bomb is incredibly useful. Like, insane how he's able to do that at his age. Like, that was really, really cool.
With a belt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What else can he do?
Drive.
He can't dance, though.
Oh, that's the one thing he can't do. That's the one thing he can't
That's
do.
for
Yeah,
sure.
well, you know what? He
By the
can
way, I
drive a
relate to
go-kart.
it. Yeah. Which, by the way, I really do relate to him not dancing, but also, getting back to my point, William being useful and William being trustable are two different things. Because if you look at Odd, Ulrich, Yumi, and Jeremy, if there's one thing that the four of them have, the one common thing that the four of them have as to why they didn't, like, never, like, let's say, ratted out Aelita, or at the very least, like, let's say, shut down the supercomputer and stuff, is because they have an emotional connection to Aelita. They have that connection, they have that friendship, they have that bond. If you remember in Xana Awakens, when Sissy was originally going to be a Lyoko warrior and stuff, because she didn't have that connection with Aelita, just because the Xana attacks were getting way too dangerous and stuff, she felt as if she had to rat them all out because they were getting too dangerous. It's like shut down the supercomputer and everything and stuff, which is why Sissy could not be trusted. Which was in that case. So I feel like it's a similar case to William. To where it's like, yeah, he's useful, but can you really trust him and stuff like that? Are you really sure that, hey, like, yeah, he'll have fun on Lyoko for a little bit, you know, deal with some of the Xan attacks and stuff, But if Xana tries something incredibly, like, let's say, earth-shatteringly dangerous, do you really think William is gonna be like, guys, it's like, this is way too crazy. It's like, I understand that you're doing this for Aelita and stuff, but it's like, yo, like, we can't keep doing this. One of us is gonna end up dying. It's like, let's shut this down now, because he has that maturity aspect to him, especially in the zombies episode, to where like he wouldn't let anybody out of the cafeteria because he felt as it was his responsibility to prioritize everybody else's safety. So I feel like that sort of like mature adult side of him will sort of like come into this, to where it's like, yeah, if he was a Lyoko warrior, he'll help out and stuff. But if the attacks kept getting more and more dangerous, he would have eventually pulled the plug. So that's why I feel like I understood where Yumi was coming from, saying that, yeah, he's not trustable. Or at least, like, right now, he's not. He hasn't really shown that.
I don't.
But, yeah.
I don't know if I.
Yeah,
agree with that.
I don't think that's why either. But I'll wait my turn.
So, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, as for the rest of the episode, it was actually pretty entertaining for what it was. Like, I really did like, because that's the thing, Ulrich gets a lot of cool moments when he's on, like, the bike and stuff. Like, you know, he had, like, the canker lots, like, attached, like, onto, like, both sides of the motorcycle, and he had to, like, slam one against the wall. Like, that was pretty dope. And it's also, and this episode also makes me realize Oda's never really, like, consistent with his, like, laser arrow shots, and which I can understand. It's like, you know, it's not like he's Iron Man where he has, like, a target reticle that can, like, auto-aim for him and stuff, but it's like, you know, in certain episodes, a canker lot, or not a canker lot, a hornet would be, like, not that far away from him in the air, and he misses all of his shots. But in this episode, he uses his overboard to pretty much launch a canker lot, like, over him, and, like, this is some geometry shit, by the way, and he immediately lands, like, a laser arrow shot on a canker lot while it's in the air, which I thought was really, really cool and stuff. But yeah, it's a little bit inconsistent, but I just wanted to point that out. But
you know what else is inconsistent? White points.
My mom.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god.
I want to get into that after, because I got a few questions about that. But as for the rest of the episode, it's like, yeah, I liked him, man. It's like, I love, like, the whole, like, let's say the bomb man sort of thing. Like, how, like, they were trying to search for the bomb and stuff, because, you know, they couldn't return to the past because, you know, Skipazilla got Aelita. Which, by the way, hold on. Now, on that, does the Skipazilla just appear out of thin air?
Probably.
It was
Yes.
right behind Aelita. It literally appeared behind her like it was
Yeah.
a Boo from, like, it was a Boo Castle in Mario 64.
Yeah, it just like it'll come from the sky, around the corner. It just appears out of nowhere every time.
It's not as the
This whole
Skipazilla
episode's
is,
a
like,
Mario
quiet. It
reference.
always makes, like, the jellyfish, or rather, like, the fish sort of sounds. It's not a
Yeah.
quiet sort of thing.
Yeah,
So,
not
like,
until it
especially-
appears. Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
it makes that sound, and before it appears, it's kind of scary.
Yeah, so it's like, I was like, oh my god, they really needed this to be a plot device, but whatever. But yeah, dude, it's like, you know, again, William defusing that bomb, you know, the whole search and stuff like that, I really appreciated. And also, thankfully, it's like, wait, because what was the previous episode to this again?
The Pretender.
A Pretender, right? Yeah, I'm glad, like, you know, we finally got a good Ulrich moment in this episode, you know, compared to the previous one, to where Ulrich was able to put his personal feelings aside for William, for him to be a Lyoko warrior. And it's like, and that's the thing, it's like, and Wazy was saying this too, as a joke, but I kind of feel like this would ring true. If William didn't exist, Ulrich and William would be best friends. And not even just that, they would work very,
probably,
very
yeah.
well together. And you see that in this episode.
You don't have to worry about William.
Yeah, and you see that in this episode, so where it's like they were both working with each other and stuff like that to defuse the bomb and stuff. And I really, really, really wish that this show, like, had more of that, at least, like, a little bit. Even if William wasn't going to be a warrior and stuff, you know, just more of them working together. Which there are a few here and there and stuff, but I don't know, man. It's like it's so cool to see that every time it's on screen. I wish they took advantage of that even further. But yeah, this episode was pretty dope. I liked it. I'm not sure if, like, would I say it's an A category? It's sort of like in the B plus A minus sort of range. Nah, I'll say it's an A. It's an A. I'll say it's an A. I like it. A lot of A's so far.
Oh shit! All right.
Yeah, you fell asleep. I was talking, right?
No. I was just like waiting for the next person and just realized, oh, that's me. I was listening.
I did that last week.
Okay. Well, I love this episode. It's pretty action packed. I think it's entertaining throughout the episode. I guess the pros first would. Most of them are pretty most of them are pros, but man, yeah, just the another William team up, and with Odd and Auric. He had actually the last one in a bad turn was Odd, so Odd gets to have another one. Oh my god, why am I thinking of like Zuko, like everyone having their turn with Zuko, everyone having their turn with yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's too funny. No, I really love all the episodes that William is involved with helping in the gang. It's just really cool to see, and it was a new. When I was watching this for the first time, I was just like seeing a new character coming in the picture. I was like, man, I really hope he becomes a Lyoko warrior, but he definitely can be a jerk at times. We know that a hothead that Yumi says. That I think I'll just say that the one con about this episode is the beginning. Well, I guess a little bit of the end too, but it's just I don't know what they were thinking about writing at the time. Maybe it was on purpose, but they could have gone a different way about it.
I think this is just a product of the mid 2000s
Yeah.
ideology
Yes.
of masculinity and like, yeah, you need to chase that girl and make her yours, and
Ugh.
not
Ye-
justifying it, but that was just kind of the attitude at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then that's why I can't really could be that because I was just like, man, it could have been a lot better because I just didn't like that scene. I'm just like, really, because you know that their intentions for William is to be the bad guy, so I feel like I kind of connect those dots. I just don't like the way they did it.
He's the bad boy, but but like in the charming, attractive way, not in like he's the bad guy. Like that's what they intended. It didn't age well, is the thing. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So besides that, Yumi blames William for being late to the mission, which I feel like it was just a short mission. Like, it's just one of those that didn't last that long because just kind of going by the time frame. But the way that Odd and them react, I'm like made it feel like it was a long episode. And we needed you. Like, where were you? But I think wasn't that long.
I think they were just teasing Yumi.
Okay.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that until now. It's like
I can't
there's
remember
no-
the tone because I didn't watch it. But
They cleaned house.
Hmm.
They cleaned house. It was easy. So yeah.
we did
Oh,
it's because we didn't have to worry about Yumi getting in the way of helping her.
Exactly.
Oh man. Yeah, so let's go skip right to the close to the end where we have the Lyoko scenes. Aelita is possessed again, and it's another intense moment. She's virtualizing everybody, and it's only up to Yumi. I hate the okay. It's very rare Yumi win here, but I love it. And it's like I don't say that a lot about Yumi, even though I just joke around. But it was it was a very great win for Yumi. It was just so good. The intensity, this kind of the slow mo, and the music that they play. I'm just like, oh, it was so good. And then they think it's over. They're about to return to the past, I think. And they're like, wait, no, it's not over yet. There's still a bomb in the factory. So the intensity is still going. And then, of course, it's Lyoko style. It's still to the last second. I think it stopped at 0 before it actually went off. I was like, of course. But man, I'm sure their hearts were racing, man. That is almost death right there. And then, unfortunately, the decision 1 no. I don't get why the 1 no is what decides it for William being in the group, because it was mainly yes. It's like, sorry, William, 1 no. William just turns into William all of a sudden. You're a bunch of idiots. I know that's not the actual line, but
I think it's just because they're so used to it being just them and they're so close knit and they're so wary. They're like, we don't. If we're gonna invite someone new, it can't be done lightly. And they're also just so they're kind of ride or die together. Like we do everything together. So like
I get that.
It's got to be unanimous.
Yeah.
It's a questionable decision from an outside perspective, but I can see why they decided to do it.
I don't know. It's
I-
like it's interesting because I'm like at that because I get that, but then I'm just like to be honest, in my opinion, I'm just like then why even have the vote? Because that's most likely gonna happen. I just don't know. Like after especially with this season, everything happening at this point, they're losing sectors. Aaliyah's getting possessed over and over again. They're pretty much have another Lyoko warrior that's in need of help elsewhere. That's probably not is not physically able to help. So it's like they need the help. And Yumi, maybe it had to do with the scene earlier in the day or that night before, but like I feel like it's just her emotions getting to her, and but I do understand that she's right about her being a hothead. Or about William being a hothead, and he can be at times. But I'm just like, I put that kind of below. I'm kind of putting my hands like one's higher, one's not, and the higher hand is how great of a help he is. Even though she's somewhat right when he gets possessed, he kind of like doesn't listen there, but it's just I'm kind of like iffy on that. This is about if he's a good asset, is he good help, not your personal relationship with him. No, that's it though. That's it. My ranking would be A. No, sorry. Goodness. Actually, I don't know.
No, you were right the first time.
No, I originally had S. Yeah, let's keep it at S.
Oh. All right.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
yeah. I don't know. I might change it again. Who knows?
Hi, losers.
Hey, bitch.
Oh,
I
hello.
Hello.
I am tired.
We're still
sorry.
on stream, just so you know.
Yeah.
I know, that's why I called you losers.
Okay.
Oh, so that means we're not losers. Okay, wait, is it your turn?
Okay. When it comes to this episode, what's it? For one, I really enjoy. I just really enjoy it with the stuff with the bomb, the stuff with what's it? The stuff with. We get so close to losing the ice sector in this episode, and for once, of course, Yumi comes in clutch. Love to see it because that's such a cool moment.
Mm-hmm.
What's it? Yeah. It's a good episode. I think, of course.
Oh no.
Good.
Wait, we lost you there. Sorry.
Okay.
He says, of
Yeah,
course,
no,
something.
I'm back.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. No, of course, there's a decision with William at the end. And for one, I think that having this be a unanimous vote is the right decision. Because, what's it? Adding someone to the gang, adding another Lyoko warrior, is such a huge thing that, like, you're changing the dynamic of the group.
Lost you again.
Oh my god. Anytime now. Oh my god. Yeah, sorry. Everyone is involved with this, including who you're asking to join. It's a very serious decision. Sorry.
No one said anything.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, it's a very serious decision. It's a very loaded decision, and it's because of that I think it being unanimous is something that I 100% agree with. Um, in regards to Yumi's decision not to have William join, I think that ultimately it makes the most sense, at least for Yumi, to have made that decision. I do love the moment for Ulrich's character in which
Oh, yeah.
he lets what's it, come ahead of him, because of course you think, I think that's clever writing. That what's it? Yeah, you think, ah man, Ulrich really couldn't handle being jealous. Like you think what William thinks even before he says it,
Mhm.
because seeing the relationship between Ulrich and William and all everything for 2 seasons now. So it's like, yeah, I can't believe it. What the heck, Ulrich? And what's it? It's a good misdirection. And what's it? When you think about Yumi and why she decided William shouldn't be in the group, yeah, it makes sense. For one, she's the one of the group that knows William the most out of any of them. I mean, Odd
Yeah.
seems to have some form of friendship with William, from our understanding. It's not shown a lot, but there appears to be something going on there. Of course, what's it? Ulrich doesn't. Ulrich hates William. Well, he sees him. He's the romantic rival. Jeremy does not care. Like, honestly, truly speaking, Jeremy doesn't care. And then we have Aelita, who I feel is just rather indifferent towards William, likes him well enough. Of course, they have the scene in Final Mix and everything. And yeah, so like I don't, so I think she's well enough acquainted with William, likes him well enough. But when it comes to Yumi, she's the one who's had to deal with him and all throughout these 2 seasons. And yeah, they're friends, but of course she knows him well, and I think at the end of the day, it really is just a matter of that hot-headedness, that what's it,
Mhm.
that bravado that he has. I think that personally from a character perspective, I really really like that Yumi said no. I think that's cool. Yeah. Is there anything else really to bring up with the episode? Please. No,
Oh, no, never mind. You already said that.
not
Yeah.
yeah. What's it? Oh yeah, and we've already talked about how the William stuff at the beginning of the episode just did not age well. It's
Mhm.
clear that the intention is that he's like doing the Casanova stuff and like he's being that cool guy, and Yumi is a little sick of it, but still, it's like in general, it's kind of being doing what he does, and it's like, yeah, even then, it's still kind of not so great. But even then, you also have to factor in stuff like this being then, and like at least yeah, and like it's not great, but it just it's one of those things where it's like it kind of is what it is. But yeah, so I think it's a good episode. I enjoy it. I enjoy The Secret a lot. I would give it an A+, not an S, but oh, I'm sorry, it hasn't been the greatest day of the night tonight. I'm sorry.
What?
Um,
His connection. He
Did
did stutter a little
That's
bit.
right.
I got most of it.
Yeah, I heard most of it.
I heard most of it
Yeah.
does.
I don't think I.
Oh.
Yeah, because if I would have said, can you say that again? If it was something like that, because you were only gone for
Yeah.
like a second a couple times.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. It hasn't been the greatest tonight. I didn't plan well. For
No,
lack of a
you're
better
black
term,
out.
I did not plan well.
I
Yeah.
appreciate Voss Voss's comment. You can trust a guy who crams for American history on a math test.
Yeah.
No, yeah,
Oh,
why did I
yeah,
think of that?
That's great. That
Oh,
was a
man.
great. That was
I
great.
forgot. That is
You gotta
in
quote
the
that.
That's
episode,
fair.
isn't it?
That's fair.
That's so good.
Yeah.
You gotta quote that,
That
bro.
is
That
this
was a
episode.
great
Yeah,
comment.
that's great. Oh, but yeah, no. It's a good episode. A plus.
Yes, go ahead. Oh wait, no.
What? No, I was clearing my throat.
Actually, yeah, go ahead, Jory, because Momo's not here, but she ranks it an S.
Oh my god. Okay, so I've been holding this in for like 2 hours. So like the entire episode, great. Loved the bomb thing. Loved Yumi's incredible disc maneuver to like basically just like delete Aelita. That was amazing. Here's my whole thing. With the whole vote that they did to get William in. I'm just gonna say it. I think it was complete bullshit that it was majority. Like,
Majority.
It's unanimous.
It was just Yumi.
Yeah.
But...
well, I mean unanimous. That's what I meant to say. Like they went unanimous instead of majority rules, and I think that's bullshit. Like I think a better compromise would have been to have it be like if it's a tie or if it's majority negative, then the answer is no. And like I understand why they made everyone like fill in anonymously, but I don't know. Like just because like you know I understand they were hesitant probably because of what happened with Sissy, even though that episode hadn't come out yet, so I don't think that was actually in the Bible. But whatever.
True.
Like even with that, I mean like Williams helped out before on different cases, like with the car, with the zombie outbreak. I mean, he was more of an obstacle there, but he was acting in the best interest of everyone else, like to his knowledge. And now with this, where he literally says, "You need to leave, or else we're all gonna die, probably if I fuck this up," and he decides, no, you know, everyone else is like, no, we're gonna stay because they trusted him to get the job done, right? And also because of like code of honor and blah blah blah, whatever. Like if he really wanted to like spill on what was going on, I mean, he had all of it right there. He could have just like told Jim about everything, told the principal about everything. No, he went right to Yumi, and he played off like the whole like virtual reality thing as like another goof and gaff that he does to Jim. But Yumi got the message, and she was like, "Yeah, I'll take him away to the principal's office." Which when it was like, okay, yeah, no, like we need to get to Lyoko. This is a problem. You know, he was quick thinking, sharp-witted, had knowledge involving like the explosives, which you know, while specific, did save all of them from either dying or making the very risky decision of going back in time while Aelita was possessed. One of the two things. The fact that it was like unanimous was just like complete bullshit. Like he's more than proven himself on multiple occasions that he'd be like good for the group. In addition, they've had so many scenarios even before they started getting like worn down from it in the later episodes where like they are piled on, like they don't have enough manpower and they don't have enough resources to like get to Lyoko and get everything figured out. Like they need a B team. They've needed a B team. Jim should have been there first. Honest to God, he should have stayed.
Yeah.
But I digress. Like I can go on, like I'll die on that hill. The Jim should have been enlisted since episode 25. But like you know they were saying like they have like you know conflicting schedules. They've got like issues going on with like everything involving like class and school and trying to maintain attendance and grades and everything. And like they needed him sooner than this. So like the fact that like Yumi kicked him out for personal reasons as opposed to logistical reasons was bullshit. I understand where she's coming from in that like she says like I don't think we can trust him, or when she's talking to herself or whatever. What?
Sorry, I do need to ask a question. Are you speaking about this from a writing perspective or an in-universe perspective that...
In-universe perspective that what?
Oh, God. Sorry, are you saying that this was bad writing, or are you saying that this is a dumb in-universe decision? That's what I need to ask.
So it's both to me, but I don't think it's bad writing. I just think it was like writing that was not lived up to its fullest potential. I think they could have probably found another way for him to not join.
Okay.
Like if they just made it so that like both Ulrich and Yumi said no, but then Ulrich was like, maybe I shouldn't have said no. Maybe that would have been good, because then the vote would have probably been, I mean, it would have been 3-2, whatever. Like there would have been like enough of a vote like against where like Jeremy could see that it would cause conflict. Where you'd be like, maybe we shouldn't put him on if like half of our group is basically saying like probably not. But I digress. Like in universe, it's mostly what I'm talking about. In universe, it was dumb. I understand they're kids; they don't make the best, most optimal decisions because they are kids. But like they're thinking on like adult terminology for like most of this show. So I think like expecting some kind of like, to like kind of put personal things aside and realize that like, even though Yumi might not always like Ulrich on some days, he comes through for her. And in this case, like William, on multiple occasions, not even knowing what's going on, came through for the team. He should have been on. I don't know if this would have prevented him from getting possessed, but it would have at least gotten him some missions in before he did, and that's one writing thing I'll get to when we actually get to the season 3 finale, because this is where my biggest gripe with this series is with that whole scenario where they pulled a Teen Titans Terra and had her basically just like join the team and then immediately like take her away from the team. They did the same thing to William. He didn't even get like a couple missions with them that we could see, which sucks. They could have done that, and then it would have made his not betrayal, but his possession, his possession being like, it would have been way more heartbreaking. Like it was still like a heartbreak moment. It was still like damn, I can't believe that happened, but it would have been like even more so than that. And I think that would have been like. Yeah, that would have been incredible writing and incredible like in universe, like pain and everything, and and again I'm going to talk more about this in the actual season finale. But I think like then it wouldn't have led to Yumi being like, I knew we couldn't trust you. It's like trust, like he's possessed. What the fuck are you talking about?
I know. It's
Like,
it's kind of what led up to it though, but yeah.
Whatever. Anyway. I have to leave like right after this. I'm just gonna give this an S.
Okay.
I gotta get going.
All right.
All
right. See you guys
Bye,
later.
Jory.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
I feel bad that Jory's not going to be here for what I'm about to say, but I do want to defend their decision a little more about being unanimous, because I think the show's kind of proven time and time again, when the Warriors have any kind of interpersonal conflict, even if it's just two people, it really impacts their performance like during missions, and that's a real problem. So like, yes, there's one no, and it's like, Yumi is technically outvoted here, but I think there is some merit to acknowledging, hey, if we have one person who's against this and we put him on the team anyway, it could lead to conflict, and that conflict could, I don't know, cost them a mission, which it kind of did actually in final round when we get to it. Kinda, a little bit.
Yep.
It is stupid to assert that it is a problem or that is a flaw that the team insists on unanimous consent, because it's a secret. One of them could know. In this case, Yumi has a inherent gut feeling and distrust of William that is important. Maybe she thinks that he would keep the secret, but she can't trust him to be a proper team player and to not act in his own interests. And obviously, I mean, as much as like you'd be like, well, we get Ulrich and Jeremy and everyone acts in their own interests at times. Yes, but they're already on the team. They've already been to Lyoko. They're already in on the secret. You can't just kick them out. As much as the chips are down says, I mean, you kind of can just kick them out.
They're lucky that Ulrich wasn't going to spill even when he was ousted. Because that is a risk that, like, you kick someone out, they could just spill the secret. But then again, you also have the RTTP, but, like, would that just turn into constant RTTPing every time they want to, like, just really ruin your day? I don't. The show never really addresses that question of what if they needed to remove someone from the group and they decided to put up a fight? Like, what do you do then? Do you just kill them? Do you lock them in Lyoko? I don't know.
I
No
mean, you
witnesses.
could also wonder if perhaps because the way they kicked Auric out was you're off the team and not going to Lyoko for like until a later point in time where we determine we forgive you for this. So there was that sort of, you're not totally out. We're all just really pissed at you. You're not coming on this mission. So that does change the dynamics a little bit. Auric still has an incentive to not screw it up, ignoring that, you know, they could just return to the past every time he tries until he gets tired of trying. But
I mean, I don't see Auric doing that. I do see Auric just kind of sulking about it and feeling bad, but I don't see him, like, trying to out them or just repeatedly out them until they RTTP him out of fatigue. I don't, because he has the same goals as they do. He knows RTTPing like brings more power to Xana, and like, so like constantly annoying them isn't something he wants to do. So I actually honestly don't think I
He
can see
doesn't
any
have
of the Warriors doing, like, any of the OG team doing that if they get kicked out. Not even Odd.
it's
What a new member could.
it's like, I mean, like, think of it like a defensive pact between militarized nations. When you form a defensive pact, you don't want to add people to that pact when you know someone on your if someone on your team isn't confident that they'd come to their specific aid. You don't want, you want everyone in the pack to agree that they will all aid each other. And if someone in the group doesn't have the confidence that mutual defense will be assured within the group, then you don't want to add someone into that group when there's a level of distrust or tension that would cause problems when something actually does demand the defensive pact act. And
okay, we're getting a little sidetracked here, and I know people are tired, so we can put a pin on this discussion for now.
I also wanted to point
Unless
out.
someone else has something to add.
No, I just wanted to say, like, all the local warriors have witnessed William's hot-headedness, so they still decided to. They know that he could be more of a help, even with that. And I mean, you have that great writing with Auric deciding yes too. Besides his issues, Yumi couldn't do the same. So
to be fair, sorry, what did Waze want to say?
I don't
Sorry.
really say.
Human still knows him best.
Yes, that's true.
I also want to point out that the other warriors, they're also prone to hot-headedness sometimes.
Yeah.
They're not as bad as William, but
No.
well, actually, William's really only big problem was that he was new,
Maybe. Yeah.
because they were all arrogant heroes, and when they started out, and then they learned to be better over time. But William didn't have that experience.
Sadly.
But we will get into that discussion more when we get to final
boy.
round, because that'll be a lot.
I can't
Boy.
wait.
Yeah.
That's gonna be.
Oh, I can't wait. That's one of my favorite
That's gonna.
episodes.
That's got to be like its own stream. I feel like it's gonna be. We'll
Probably.
see. Maybe depending on how depending on how many we do before that time, we might do. What's the one before the secret? 64, Double Trouble. So maybe that depends if we can fit one before. Just depends on how much we can get through before a final round.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's put this guy. So, hold on a second. Where's my mouse at? Okay, so an S minus, a B, an A, an A. Okay, so you have three S's, an S minus, three A's, an A plus, and a B. Let me bring up the
Sounds
list
like
here.
the average is A. Hold on.
Okay, there you go. There's still tier list. Okay, so where is this gonna go? It's good. It's definitely in the A. So, at least, or at yeah. Man, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 ranks in S, 4 in A, and then 1 B. That's hard to figure out. I was gonna say it's probably gonna be S minus, but that B, there's a B though, with the 4 S's and A's.
4 S's, 4 A's, and 1 B. Wouldn't that pull it down to a high A?
Yeah, possibly. We can't be any lower than that for sure. And
Yeah,
I can
so I agree with that.
I can honestly see it. If it is an A, it definitely is above the other ones.
Because it's an even split except for 1.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That.
Oh,
was
sorry.
high A.
Sorry, Oh wait, no, never mind. Jeez, never mind.
Yeah.
It's in there. Thought we were missing somebody.
Oh.
I thought we were. Never mind. All right, so it's A plus is above Aelita and the others.
Okay.
Doesn't feel right. Oh, Frongo, hey, hey, real quick, Frongo.
Welcome back.
What's your ranking for the secret? We're
Oh,
about to leave.
well, I kind of just left after that.
No problem. Do
Do you want to do a quick thoughts on the secret?
No, I don't remember.
It's the episode where William helps them out in the factory before it blows up. Kind of finds out the
Oh.
secret,
Oh, yeah, it was there.
and then yeah, and then
Well, thanks. I don't really have,
okay. So no rank.
like,
Okay.
no rank.
All right. No problem. All right. So it stays where it is. All right. I think that's. Didn't you learn anything from this episode? We aren't doing majority votes there. Shut up, boss. But I do agree with the S part. We are doing majority votes. That's hilarious.
High A, not an S.
All right. I don't know if we're gonna do. Actually, before I end this, I have to ask Dylan something real quick.
What?
So we agreed with. Okay, no, sorry. We added your ranks to all the episodes but one, and that one was the Pretender because we have no idea why you put that at S, and we didn't have an explanation, so we didn't want to count it.
The Pretender?
Yes. Why S?
It's the one with the birds and shit, right?
Yes.
Oh, because it's just a really goofy episode. It's also a Yumi Oric episode, so I gotta.
Oh yeah. I've been
voice.
waiting to hear this.
Oh, is that why you were on the stream and you wanted to come in here?
Oh yeah, I was waiting. No, I showed up, but then I heard Dylan talking about the Pretender, and I was like, oh yeah, I want to hear about that. Why the hell is this in that?
Just because it's a I had to know. We had to know. It's Oric and Yumi
You
episode.
So.
And it being silly, and a Yumi Oric episode. I thought it had to do with the birds, but because of your meme.
To be fair, I probably would have given it like an A instead had I been in here. But
Maybe.
like I just quickly double checked all the episode descriptions. I'm like, oh, it's that one. I'll give it an S.
Yeah, because I was like, because you have like the secret and Aelita, but no, the pretender is S. It's just like, wait, what?
I mean, I also gave temporary insanity an S.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we actually didn't.
Insanity is coded. That deserves
Yeah.
an S.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if it's not, but I was surprised that the secret was not an S. But the temporary sanity would be the first episode we do for the next tier stream. I don't know if we're gonna do it next weekend or the weekend after. That's still up in the air.
All I remember about temporary insanity is the concept.
It's a great concept.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Do temporary
And the
insanity
reason
today.
I remembered
No,
it.
no, we hit our 3 hour limit now just a moment ago, so it'll be for next
Lame.
stream. We probably could have gotten there, but surprisingly, Pretender took longer than any other episode today. So that happens, sadly. Episodes like that. But all right, everybody, thank you for everybody in the stream. Thank you for joining. Everyone here
you're
in the
welcome.
VC, thank you for joining. Oh yeah, Jamin, you want to do your outro, and I'll end the stream.
All right, guys.
Please wipe
Power
the slide.
deactivated.
Yes, Tower.